Hey. Hello, everybody. Brown, good day, blah, blah. Hope everybody's okay. Good to see you. Hi, chats, all that malarkey. Shall we just get the guests out? Yes, let's do this. Okay, so yes, Boomerang. First up, Darth Kipling.
Hello, Brown.
Yeah.
Hello, chat. Hello,
Yeah.
world. How are we doing this evening?
Horrendous. How are you?
Well, I had a most delightful surprise yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yes, Lord Kipling arrived at the throne room. Yes, a fine chap with a penchant for pastries brought a curious assortment of spice creams for afternoon tea. These sweet treats were appealing morsels indeed, and made us giddy to record a cringe-worthy mumble rap song and gyrate around in tube tops like we were suffering from some kind of demonic possession.
Really?
Luckily, we had the latest episode of The Acolyte at hand,
Oh.
used as a heavy sedative, but instead it caused much hilarity as we guffawed at the feeble, low testosterone, limp-wristed Jedi instead. They're certainly not sending their best. However, I do encourage one to pick up a packet of spice creams for your picnic. You won't settle for the power of one, not even the power of two, but the power of many. Oh, how Lord Kipling does make exceedingly good cakes.
Are they very Moorish?
We got through about 3 packets, Brown. We'll send you a freebie so you can take them to your next rave.
I need a freebie after today. Ugh, horrendous. It's great to have you on, Kippers. Shall we get the next guest out? Yeah, you.
In the realm of villainy, we embrace the arrival of our next
Yes!
participant.
Okay, droid, reach around of choice, etc. Zee-ThreePIO.
Evening, Brown. Evening, panel. Evening,
God, that mic sounds beautiful.
a lot better than last week.
Oh, it's beautiful. I can hear you now.
Although my voice will never be as buttery.
Oh,
That's one of our next guests.
It's your voice is the most smoothest of vegan-friendly margarine.
That's how I lure them in, you know.
What, with non-dairy products?
Come along, get in the back of the van. Get in the back of the van!
Okay, it's great to have you on, mate.
Always a pleasure.
Never a chore. Oh, look who it is, everybody. We see the good inside our next guest. It is the Dark Sith Lord, Little Platoon.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello there. How are you?
Hello. I'm okay, thank you. How are you? Although you did say vegan-friendly margarine, which is one of the least sexy combinations of words in the English language, but otherwise I'm good.
I think it's probably about 2 molecules away from eating plastic, but there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on that bombshell, it's great to have you on, Lord. Shall we? There is another, you know that?
There is another. Do it.
Okay, there is another, folks.
Whoa, lesbo girl. She's been living in a lesbo world. I bet she's never had a hetero guy. I bet her girlfriend never told her why. I'm gonna try for a lesbo girl. She's been living in a scissor world as long as anyone with Liam's dong can. Now she's looking for a round-head man. That's what I am. And when she knows what she wants from her Star Wars film, and when she wakes up and writes up my trilogy script, she'll see my writing's rough, but never mind, 'cause I'm in love with a lesbo girl. She's my lesbo girl. You know I'm in love with a lesbo girl. I'm still going, Brown. My lesbo girl. Leslie Headland is my lesbo girl. Note to self, just first before us next time, Ruin. Hello, man, baby. How are you all doing? Hope you're all ready for the Acolyte episode. Fuck knows and who cares? Oh, there we go, Brown. There's one.
You've broken that already.
Oops, fucked up. Never mind. Oh, don't put something. Look,
It's
Brownie,
sober as well. It's sober as well.
you know me, Brown. If you say don't do something, you know it's fairly nailed on. I'm gonna do it
I
repeatedly.
know, mate. I know.
Okay. He's well,
Evening, everybody.
good evening. Good evening to the man babies in the chat, and good evening to my fellow retro baits on the panel. And look, we really are getting into the depths. We're scraping the barrel of the Acolyte tonight, aren't we? So we're going to need you all, folks. This is our weekly therapy. And what, we got about 300 slides, have we, Brown?
Oh, felt like 10 million, but there you go.
Well, as long as you've got lots of topless Darth Gimp and
There's plenty of that for Platoon yet.
and Kung Fu Beaver, then I'm a happy man.
Yes.
Okay, so Brown, legals. Do you want to?
Yeah,
get those
we'll just blast through it. Okay.
Okay.
Like, share, subscribe, donate the channel, blah blah blah, all that malarkey. There was a new chair fund if you're that way inclined. Recap,
Ooh.
I believe.
Recap. So it's over to our trusty droid. Over to you, Z. Take it away.
Disappointment! Discount Ezra Miller has been revealed to be a Sith, which according to Mundi have been extinct for a millennium, and according to Screen Rant is the Star Wars equivalent of the N-word with a hard R. Twin idiots Osha and May have somehow inexplicably swapped places with each other, with Osha now a prisoner of Discount Ezra Miller and May thankful that Jedi Master Sol forgot to read her mind, sense her true identity, or even smell the burnt ends as she cosplays as her sister. Jedi Master Venestra Woe, part-time carpet nosher, full-time plank of wood, and a prime example of nepotism at its most. James Gunn anxiously awaits news from the team of Jedi she sent to bring in the fugitive.
Wow.
Oh, how about that?
I
There
hope
we
that
go.
all gears you up for the episode because it was boring as fuck.
It
Yep.
really was, wasn't it? We need to say this. I mean, obviously we're going to rip the living shite out of it, but we may well slip into the dangerous territory of making the show appear more entertaining than it actually is, because this was a total fucking bore fest. But we'll do our best for you, man.
It was, mate.
babies.
Cheers,
It was
everybody.
boring. Yes, cheers. Let's drink to that. Oh, talking of drink, can we establish some drinking rules? Geordie, let's give you the pleasure of kicking us off.
I mean, I don't even. Nothing happens. What am I supposed to attach a rule to?
I know.
I know I'm genuinely stumped. No, come back to me. I've got nothing.
Okay, we'll come back to you,
Absolutely
Jordan.
nothing.
No, I know. I'm trying to remember what happened, other than fucking someone had a swim and yeah, there's a fucking beaver doing some kung fu moves. I don't know whether that was
Smilex doing Smilex moonlighting.
I mean, did I was the marijuana I was on particularly strong, or did I really see a beaver doing faux kung fu moves halfway through? I don't know. Maybe I zoned out. I don't know. Z, give me something to drink to. God damn it!
Oh my god.
We might just need to drink every 2 minutes.
Chat, we're open to suggestions at this
give
point.
us something, anything, chat.
Anytime something electrical does something illogically stupid.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's several examples of that in this episode where electronic devices do something stupid.
Mm-hmm. Well done, Z. You rescued that. Kippers, have you got anything for us?
Every time something in the writing suggests that this show is aimed at middle-aged wine mums with only cats for company.
Very good. I mean, mine was going to be basically anytime you see a pair of tits, and that could either be dogs or the twins. I'll give you either. But it was really was dirge tonight, wasn't it? Have you got anything for us, Chordy, before we get on with this?
I guess every time a line of dialogue sounds like it was written by some especially special 7-year-old.
Leslie Headland, then.
Yes.
Well, there we go. Brownie, as the grandfather of the channel,
Oh, cheers.
can you nominate a responsible adult as our drinks master to keep us
Could I
honest
do
tonight?
my nomination for the
Oh,
drink?
you've got one, have you? Okay.
Okay. I was going to say every time you could feel the sexual tension,
Ooh, really?
but then
Between the retrobates on the panel.
yes, but every time I nearly bailed doing the slides, and I've had enough, and I never want
Finish
to
your
do
drinks,
this.
lads.
I never want to do this again. And there was several.
Oh, come on, Brown. I mean, this was advertised almost a year ago as telling a story from the Sith perspective. We've got 2 episodes left. They've got to be absolutely packed full of Sith.
Anyway,
Well,
I've got to nominate somebody.
you've got to. Yeah, I want you to nominate a drinks master. I'm making the chat work. We're going to give roles out, and we need a
Okay.
drink master.
I'm Amelia Bedelia is the drinks
Amelia Bedelia.
master. Yes.
Amelia Bedelia, you're tonight's drinks master. Do keep us honest if you notice any of those trigger moments, of which there are many. Okay, I believe that's everything
What's
done.
everybody drinking?
Well, it's more what I'm smoking rather than what I'm drinking tonight. But what are you on, Brown? You rushed off to get some alcohol. Have you?
I've got a very,
raided
very
the-
large gin and tonic.
Oh, good man.
The tonic has been open for a week, so hopefully it won't be too flat.
Standard Brown. Okay.
Chin chin, everybody. Good health.
Chin chin. Yeah, we've got lots of drinking going on in the chat.
Why don't you just put the fucking lid back on? Why?
It was back on. Anyway,
You
moving on.
Oh, never mind.
Bogged.
Bogged. What are you drinking, Lord?
Johnny Walker, but this episode is so bad I might mix it with paracetamol.
Oh, wow.
Zee,
Okay.
drinking? What are you drinking? Anything?
Vodka and Coke.
Kippers? You'll be eating cakes, won't you?
And washing my mouth out with a nice pint of cold water at the same time. I'm staying sober for this one.
Oh,
Nice.
That's bold. Very brave of you. Okay, well, we're off, folks. This is good time for us, isn't it? Only 13 minutes on the intros, bullshit, and drinking game. Wow, we're doing
Yep.
well. So I'm not even taking the piss anymore. Which character am I looking at? I've completely fucking lost track of
You're
who's
not.
who.
That's a trick question. You're not looking at a character because she doesn't have one of those.
Oh,
This is technically supposed to be Osha, I think.
Osha. And now we've established the name.
Oh,
Is
good
Osha
one.
the good one or the bad?
The good one.
The good
good
one at
one.
the moment.
The good. Hang on.
Oh,
The
no.
good one, but. Okay. It's okay. I'll catch up. Don't worry.
The good
This
one with
is
the tattoo.
The one with the tattoo, the droid woman, the good one, who's going to turn later on. Spoilers.
Yeah, because she sees Timo Ezra's dick, and that's apparently enough. That's
Yeah,
how we
you can-
convince people to turn to the
Yeah.
dark side these days.
You even saw her look down momentarily, look down at his old man. Moving on.
His penis.
Yes.
I'm glad we got that clarified.
Well, the first thing we see is pulling up a top, and I got excited for a moment, but she barely just showed us a few ribs. But she does have what
Wound.
looks like a bit of a scar. Now, I assume she was fully impaled in the last episode, and now she's just recovered absolutely fine for this one. But can anyone remind me?
I was under the impression that Ezra Miller force healed her.
Yeah, it did look
Oh,
Oh
it,
yeah,
didn't it?
yeah.
so I don't understand why she's got bandages on. It's now bleeding through.
Maybe he's just not very good at it.
Yeah, maybe the stitches came undone.
Nice memory foam pillow, though. You know, you reach that age in life where you start to admire things like that. That does seem
memory foam pillows that I've had a memory foam pillow for over 25 years now. They're amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, top tip, everybody. Memory foam pillow.
How long before memory foam gets Alzheimer's?
I think I'm on my third one, but
Oh.
Oh God,
they don't last
Brownie with the
forever.
old Trigger's brush equivalent of the memory foam. He's got the same memory foam pillow. He's replaced the pillowcase, the inner pillow. It's the same one thing.
We fixed Medicare, don't worry.
Okay, so we're in a cave of some sort, aren't we? Some
Bubbling.
kind of den.
Yeah. So like this is
Bubbling.
the 5th time I think it is that she's woken up with a start, because like her skull is made of glass. Like she will just fall unconscious at the slightest provocation. But she wakes up here startled, as she always does, having been kidnapped by evil Smilo Ren, who she's just seen murdering everyone she knows and is supposed to like. And the first thing she does is think, yeah, I'll definitely go and, drink the water that he's put out for me. There can't be anything wrong there. I trust this man implicitly.
Yeah.
Wow.
They like the old cliche of just woke up, what the fuck's going on, don't they?
And is that a fresh water supply or a jacuzzi?
Oh yeah.
If it's a jacuzzi, it might have been wazzing up in it and everything.
If it's a jacuzzi, it kind of defeats the point of him going for a swim in the sea.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his toilet.
Maybe.
It looks, when that time Brownie switched his camera on, it looked remarkably like Brown's room, with the old breakfast cereal bowl there and the rather, scruffy-looking bed.
Stove. And the Jawa in the top right.
Yeah, pool of piss on the floor. It's very reminiscent Brown. Okay, so
music continues.
So she ventures through the cave. Swappers, what are you making of the sets, the scenery here? Are you taking to this?
I was kind of, I was intrigued by it, if nothing else. And I was thinking, I mean, the budget of this show is huge, so they've obviously put that into the sets because these are quite grand sets. Not necessarily impressive sets, just very kind of quite tall and stuff. They're not doing stuff on green screen. These are actually sets. But I was thinking, what the hell is this giant tube here?
Yeah,
behind her bed. Why is she sleeping in the mouth of a giant pipe? What the fuck's that all about?
Yeah.
And we see the island from the outside, and there's no machinery or anything. So what's all this shit doing inside in this cave that looks like it's been there for God knows how long, like thousands of years maybe? So in that respect, it's intriguing. But apart from that, I just didn't know what to think. I was looking around thinking, what does he need that for? What's that thing there? Nothing's explained. It's almost like these things are just positioned around to look vaguely technological.
Yeah.
And there's always like a couple of red lights or blue lights flashing in like a solid rock face. 2 lights.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. She's going to need a tetanus shot if she goes anywhere near that pipe.
Oh God, yeah. Who is the character on the right? This sort of thin-headed droid with the red lips. What's his name? Do we get a character name for them? Is he one of your lot? I'd hate to assume his function in this world, but
well, it does look like D1L80.
Yes, it's Liam Neeson would be proud of that one. There you go, Melvin. We got one in early doors for you there. Okay, well, she has a sip of flat tonic water and gin.
Gulping.
Yeah.
Distance. Chittering.
Chittering.
Merch opportunity incoming, folks. Distant. Rustling.
Is this an opportunity to drink right here? Because we get one of her many facial expressions, a very many acting talent, different modes that she has here, which is, I believe this one is kind of pensive concern. I believe this one's called.
No, just pensive.
What? Let's just segue into the chauvinistic male segment of the show.
Oh, it's my favorite bit.
What would you say a bra size is, Brown?
Cup size, yeah. I'm a solid D.
Bollock size. What do you think?
Yeah, I think a solid D.
D.
Yeah.
You're not giving me any numbers before that. So you just
Very
you can tell
difficult
you've
to
never
tell.
shopped. You've never shopped for lingerie, have you? Just walk in and say, "Can I have a D, please?"
I'm going to go. Oh, maybe not then. Okay. Yeah, I stand corrected. Probably a 32.
32.
C.
32.
Maybe a D on a good day.
Can we get someone to look that up?
Isn't that a temperature?
Not today. It's fucking freezing today.
Now I am allowing myself to do this rather chauvinistic stuff because we do get some horrendous what can we sexualization of the male form coming up, so it's all going to even itself out, don't worry. But yes, we do need someone to fact check this. I think you're probably not far wrong with the 34C ish, I would say.
Who's the other? What's the other name of the? I can't remember.
May?
May. Will she be the same size?
Welcome to the Joe Biden Hour with Mr. Brown.
We fixed Medicare. Moving
on. Technically, yes, I suppose, but I don't know.
Intriguing music playing.
Intriguing music. Z, what would some intriguing music be?
You know when the gang are exploring a house in Scooby-Doo?
Oh, yes. Yes, I like that, yes. It's almost beat for beat the plot of a fucking Scooby-Doo episode, this show.
Yeah, that's what came to mind.
Now, what's this? Is this a turd she's about to stand in? What's this little...
Looks like a Funko Pop.
You'd know.
Will be by next week.
What? Genuinely, what is it? I don't know what it is.
I like the idea that Smiley Ren goes around the galaxy collecting Funko Pops. It's an evil Sith person, but he has the best collection.
They're replacing the porgs.
Oh yeah, there's the fucking elephant fucked a parrot bird in this one.
Yes, we've got this. See, there's some good stuff. Don't worry, man, babies. We're going to get to the good stuff. It is a slow opener, and let's be honest, it doesn't speed up.
That's a shot for the guys right there, isn't it?
Yes, I did that on purpose, by the way.
We have had some research, so I'm going to just flash this up, and maybe we'll get Z to give us the information. Here we go. Could you do that?
Drew Gordon, wrenched. Amanda Stenberg, 23, is tired of comments about her body. Because of the size of my boobs, there will be some sort of sexualization or commentary on my chest. Yahoo News, August 19th, 2022.
Wow.
My God, it's like watching an episode of The Simpsons, isn't it?
He called it 2 years ago.
Eventually came true.
Wow. Drew, we're making you our official Mr. Brown Lines researcher, so well done. Thanks.
Congratulations, Drew. Well done.
It's particularly well paid, that position as well. Brownie will sort you out later on. So she's found a knife, and she also finds clothes, and these are Smilo Wren's clothes, aren't they? I think.
Or are
they look like May's clothes, but he didn't, because May had changed out of her clothes when she changed into Osha's clothes. For some reason, they've decided to give her a new outfit. I think because they assume they can sell it differently as a different piece of merch. So it's a new outfit that we've never seen before. But he also leaves the daggers a lot, because we're doing the thing, where the villain implicitly trusts the person he's trying to convert by leaving weapons around. We've not seen that 1,000 bajillion times before, so it's exciting to see it here.
Nice observation from Phil Fedoro. Says, is she going to sniff his underpants now? Well, we pretty much had everything else in this episode.
Probably the next episode.
Yeah, give it time, Phil? Okay, so she rifles through the clothes and then
Waves crashing.
indeed, and I mean, look, Star Wars does not have safety rails or fences of any
Yes, you
kind.
said that.
Fucking island, a random island in the middle of nowhere. We've got some safety fences. I don't know. Take a drink for the stone version of Liam's dong, everybody. And look, I was getting rather excited.
Uneasy music playing.
I thought, hang on, craggy green island. I know this, but
Yes.
well, Geordie, maybe you're in the know. Is it or is it not that fabulous island of Jake Skywalker's? Is this Act 2 or is it somewhere else? Or do you even know?
I assumed it was somewhere else, but it might be.
Well, they do tell us in a couple of moments where they label it as unknown planet.
Yeah,
where
they
they
put
may as well
unknown
have just left it fucking blank.
Yes, I was getting rather excited when I saw this, but
They are trying to do sequel trilogy tie-ins in this. I mean, obviously, you
Dramatic
had the Kylo Ren music in the previous episode, which apparently is definitely there for a reason, because this guy's going to turn out to be a Ren, whatever the fuck a Ren is. There's that. There's the Force Dyad stuff, which I'm pretty sure they're going for as well. Maybe it's the same island. I don't think it is, but it could be. All islands look the same to me. I'm a big island racist.
Leslie Headland said in a recent interview that there are more than one Sith.
What?
That's one of the mothers, then, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going with Horny Mother.
Yeah.
Controversial. Oh, by the way, we have got a name for the island. The correct name. Helping Drow tonight is Ocella Squadra Course. It's Hawktoe. Hawktoe.
Twin
Yes.
planet with Uktu.
You gotta hawk on that thing. Okay, back to the nonsense. So yeah, it does look a lot like Octo.
It does.
Honestly, I paused it. I was like,
Yeah.
where's the bit where fucking Jake tops himself, or the little place where the those little weird things are having the party? It's just
That's just on the other side. You don't
oh,
see
it's the
this.
other side. Okay.
It's a little bit like a stereotypical Bond villain having their secret lair inside a dormant volcano.
Yeah, the top will come off and there'll be like a giant laser ray in there somewhere.
Blue sky beams.
Sword in the Storm is about the only person on the planet who doesn't get the Hawk 2 reference. Does tell me all my fellow retrobates know what I'm referring to, or am I the only one who's been caught
I've
up?
heard about it, but I don't really know what it is. I keep seeing it mentioned somewhere, and some girl is involved. But in blowjobs, I think, are also involved.
Just blowjobs, yes.
These things that I pick up piecemeal. I don't know.
So okay, I'll fill you in then.
Okay.
Basically, there's
Nothing else to
some.
talk about.
Oh well, okay. It's a one-time only offer. Some rather degenerate Southern American girl was being interviewed, and they asked her a question. What's your technique under the sheets, which really drives the men crazy? And in this broad Southern accent, she says, "Oh, you've got to hook and spit on that thing." And this clip's gone absolutely viral. And apparently, she's made, not even fucking kidding, 60K just selling merch with Hawk on.
Good
And
for her.
she what do they call it? Copyrighted it or trademarked? I don't know.
Nice.
Anyway,
There you go, Brown. If you need more money, all you need to do is to mime spitting on another person's penis and sell it as channel merch. It'll be great.
Sword in the Storm.
Cheers,
Glad-
Lord.
glad you asked. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, enough of the Hawk. Let's get back to the actor.
It just sounds like a sneeze.
Bless
You
you.
Well-
sneeze on a person's penis.
Bless you, mate.
Uh,
I couldn't even be bothered to do the opening titles. Mysterious music playing. That's the opening titles.
Oh God! Even paused at the wrong point. I did notice someone. I can't take credit for this. Some other man baby noticed it. I read on Twitter, but apparently the two O's are meant to represent the two twins, and then when they separate, that spells the word cool. Did you all know that?
What? What?
Oh dear.
See, I'm
nonsense is
educating you
this?
tonight. I'm educating you all. We're from the hawked girl to the cool inside of Acolyte. There we go. Take a fucking drink.
Drink, everybody. Just have a somber music playing.
Why?
No,
My immediate
what?
question when I saw this was why is your ship parked across the sea from where you live?
Yeah, how'd you get to it?
What
Just go
happens?
through the...
Yeah. Does the tide not carry on rising? Is the ship not going to get flooded? And if you have to
Oh, I
leave
know what
in
it
a
is.
rush, do you have to swim?
Is it like, is it Lindisfarne in the Durham area that you have to, it floods when the tide comes in and you only
Yeah,
can
and then
go
when the
to the
tide goes
island
out, there's like a
yeah.
little path, isn't there? But that's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
like if you have to leave in a hurry and you look over and you think, oh shit, the tide's out,
Mm.
so I can't leave now.
Well-
I'm just have to wait for 6 hours.
Looks good though.
Does it? No, really?
No? By the way, it is actually called Unknown Planets, by the way.
Yes, that's its name. It's not.
That's
It's
its
not
name.
because we don't know. It's
Called Unknown Planet.
It's called Unknown Planet. Swappers, can I get your very best Emperor Kipling on this one, please?
A bored England fan said, only way you're sneezing on a wang is if it goes in the wrong hole.
Oh wow. It doesn't make sense to me, but I just enjoyed hearing you say it. Oh, now look, here we go, man,
Chittering.
babies. Now I did get excited here again. I didn't know if it was the brand of marijuana I was ingesting at the time, but I thought maybe erroneously these were baby space cows
Geodes.
that
Geodes.
Luke famously milks, but
You're
they
saying
appear
one
to-
day one of these creatures will grow up to have a homeless man tugging on its tit and drinking its milk. That's what it's got to look forward to in life.
There's
Is
the
it like
tie-in.
trying to get milk out of a stone?
Oh God. He's peaked.
Moving on.
They look like they make quite handy flashlights, don't they?
Oh God, Z, that's terrible. So I thought they were baby one, but then there's an even smaller one.
Yeah,
so
there's
now
a
I'm
babby
questioning
one in there.
myself.
There's a babby.
So are these aren't space cows, are they? Because they've got like duck-like feet. Are these a different species?
I hate that duck.
Yeah, there's some sort of bird. Elephant bird.
Elephant bird. Well, you know what we need to do when we get to this point? We need to put it to the chat. So give us your if X fucked Y, please, chat, and we'll see what we can come up with for these strange creatures. And while you're thinking way through
It's a
that,
super.
yeah, let's do the super brown.
See, available, mate.
I most
Yes.
certainly am. Larry Wrenched in the chat for $20 says, Major Look, Platoon, did I hear correctly on another stream that you'll be visiting Merrycure? I don't know what that is.
When am I?
Why and where?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to go visit Cynic in theory at some point in August, which would be Nashville. I just need to work out the
nice.
details.
Wow. Are you going to do a joint live stream?
Yeah, I'm just
East
going to wear
Live.
a box over my head with my avatar's face on it. Yeah, something like that.
Lovely jubbly. Pass on our very best regards.
Have we missed? My super chats are not highlighting for some reason. Platoon, is there another super chat highlighted?
Highlighted. No, the same one from Larry's up at the moment.
Is there another one on? On the start.
There
There is
is. Do you want me
another
to press the button?
Yeah, because it's
There's
not coming
two.
up.
There's another one.
It's not
Making-
coming up on my screen for some reason.
Oh, I'll do it. Here's another one.
Nicely done.
Ran out of channel names. $5. Power of 1 out of 10.
Oh, he's scoring. He's going early with the scores.
Okay.
By the way, 278 man babies. So hello
amazing.
to you all.
Platoon, could you keep an eye on those, please? Because it's not highlighting for some reason. I don't know why.
There is another one. Shall I bring that up?
Yeah, yeah. Please.
There
please.
is another.
There is another. Z, available, please, my friend.
I am MJUK84 wrenched for Canadian $10. Hi, please. Your Acolyte reviews have been tits or penisy. Would that be more appropriate? Shite. There's a compliment in there somewhere, I swear. Anyway, keep at it. They're awesome. Boobies are good.
Tits sounds like more of a compliment than penisy does. If I say like, oh, that's a bit penisy, that sounds like a bad thing. Whereas if I say that's tits, that sounds pretty good.
I could never quite understand why the dog's bollocks is good. I mean,
The pup's nuts.
I just, oh, that's the dog's bollocks. I think, oh, really? Don't quite get why that's a compliment. Anyway, we've got some names for this strange creature. We've got if Titty Milk Monster fucked a porg, which is possible on Acto. They're both residents of the island. We've got if an anteater fucked a pigeon. We've got uncircumcised dodo.
Jesus.
What else have we got? Anteater fucked a chicken. And okay, I'll just go at this one because it's made me laugh. If Kay Burley fucked Ian Dale.
That's for the Brits, everybody.
Yeah. On the eve of election time in Britain. Thank you for your
on the eve of this country going to the dogs.
well,
Going to. We're already there. We have been for
Sorry,
decades.
burning.
Yes.
Never mind.
You Yanks think you've got it bad with old fucking Slow Joe. Well, we've got a right pair of fucking clowns over here. Anyway, back to the nonsense. There it is. There's a ship now. In the Mr. Brown Alliance chat group, our old mate Melvin made a rather important point. In fact, I think we can see it better if we skip back. I hate to skip backwards, but there we go.
It's further away.
Yeah, can you see the trail of rocks as well? And it's not out of the question just to wade out a little bit to reach those first rocks and get towards the ship. But
yeah. So does Smilo Ren then? Does he swim out to his ship? Because that's not where he's living.
I guess he must.
Yeah. And what's interesting is if you look very closely, the dark kind of object there is actually a dinghy of migrants approaching. So just,
now then.
Leslie Headland keeping it topical.
Yeah. 20 grand a year, hotel, luxury accommodation.
He just spawns into existence.
Food.
She just walked out of that cave and he wasn't there, and then she looks over and boom, there he is, because people teleport in the Acolyte all the time. But it's hard to say, because I was going through this episode thinking, well, normally I'd be criticizing this entire thing because her wanting to stay makes no sense because she has no motive to do it. Why does she trust him? Why does she even listen to him? Why doesn't she immediately run for the ship and try and leave? And then I realized, well, actually, she doesn't have a character. So it's just as in character as literally anything else she could do. She could just strip off and start dancing along the cliffs, singing Singing in the Rain, and it would be just as much as part of her character as any other decision she could make because she doesn't have a character.
Yeah. And whoever it was who said earlier about, I think it was Swapper's, her real lack of acting range, it was never so apparent as in this episode, was it? She really is a very limited actress, I'm afraid to say.
Well, Leslie Headland wanted to pick her specifically. She even wrote the part for the actress. So obviously the character is supposed to be completely emotionally dead inside.
This bit had me shouting quite angrily at my TV screen because why are they still here? How did they not? They got back to their ship first. Why are they still on the fucking planet?
Yeah, the timelines don't line up, do they? Because, I mean, she's had a sleep. She's got up, she's had a little stretch, a little walk around. Meanwhile, they're only just getting the fucking ship going. I mean, what's going on? I don't know. So we are back. I can't remember the name of this one. The
ship engine humming.
The green planet.
Kofor, that's what he said a minute ago.
Yeah, that's the
Fair,
one.
I don't know.
Nice little member berry, if you will. But he has some problems here, Swappers, doesn't he, with his hologram thingy majig?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I think this is the limp-wristed Jedi, isn't it? That's trying to
God.
communicate from Jedi Central. So he's probably not enough testosterone to keep the projection going. But I don't quite understand it. There's some kind of interference. I don't think it's explained. And it's not explained when the ship dies either, I don't think, as I recall anyway. It just happens. But they've been sitting here on this planet for like presumably the best part of a day when there's an emergency because all these Jedi have just been killed. So, the bodies are still fresh in the forest. But Good Twin and Discount Ezra Miller have been, cozying it up to each other for bloody hours by the looks of it, and flown across half of the galaxy probably to get to a different planet. So yeah, they're just not paying attention to their own work, are they at all? And this projector thing is never explained either. And
Yeah, I mean, talking of paying attention, I wasn't paying too much attention watching this, and I actually thought he said, I'm glad you put the text up. I actually thought he said, emergency Coke Zero.
Yeah, I was. Yes, same here.
There's a terrible bit in a minute when they're in space, and these steering yokes here, which are very kind of World War II bomberish, there's nothing wrong with that. But he actually says to Evil Twin, take the wheel. He says, take the fucking wheel, not take the con or take the stick or take the controls or whatever. Nothing sort of military, no military jargon or aeronautical based jargon here whatsoever. It's just take the wheel. This is Leslie Headland's mindset. She never pays attention to any kind of details like this. So it just takes you out of it completely if you're paying attention.
It's a good job that May there can actually fly spaceships.
Yeah.
It would have been very unfortunate if he said take the wheel and she fucking crashed.
There's Saul's commentary on the Lucasfilm story group there.
My whole team is dead.
Tim?
And this
Tim.
one is May now, isn't it?
Bad one.
Bad one. Bad one. So
she's a wrong one, everybody.
help me out
indeed
here.
wrong.
She's
Help
a
me
wrong
out
one.
here, Retrobates. One of them cut their hair with a lightsaber. Is
This
that
one.
This one?
Yeah.
Was that to make
Yes.
her look more like the other one who she's trying to pass herself off as?
It
Was that
is.
what
So
was-
she cut her hair with a lightsaber and then stole her sister's clothes, forgetting that she has a giant silver tattoo on her forehead, as being one notable difference between them. But
Can't
Squid
see
Game
that.
doesn't notice that, even though it's normally actually visible through her hair. But he doesn't notice that, doesn't notice that it's singed or smells of burned. And I was going through the last episode saying, well, okay, it's dumb that he hasn't noticed either of those things and that he can't sense the difference between them and that he's not even suspicious and he doesn't read any of their minds or any of those things. But at least I thought, well, they've kind of set up one way he could find out, because episode 2, we learned that Osha has a tattoo on her arm, which he sees and comments on. And I thought, well, that's how they're going to do it, isn't it? Like he's going to see her arm and notice the tattoo is missing, and that will clue him in that they're not the same people. It's still really dumb, but at least they've done something. But no, that's not what they do. He just decides that he knows halfway through the episode because fuck it.
When she's laying on the bench as well, and she looks over later on when she's embraces, and she wakes up, and we can clearly see that silver tattoo through her hair.
Yeah.
And he's sat across the room, and he's still calling her Osha, and he must have fucking seen it. What is this show? Seriously.
Yeah. They've made Sol, who's really one of the few characters
Highlights.
you might just get on board with. They made him out, particularly in this episode, to be an absolute fucking waste of space dumbass. But never mind.
Well, there were some shills on X who was trying to say, "Oh well, Master Soul, he's covered in grief. You see, all of his team were killed. He's very very
Perhaps
sad.
it's clouding his. Yeah.
He's very very sad. So
until he decides that suddenly he isn't anymore, and then he notices. Also, doesn't explain what her plan is in this situation, because it does turn out she does still want to kill him. It was previously no, sod killing Jedi, my sister's the most important thing. Then it was no, sod my sister, I'm going to go kill Squid Game. And in this episode, she goes to kill Squid Game, and then he tells her to go do something else, and so she does that instead. And then she has every opportunity to fuck up the ship, which again I thought she was doing because the ship mysteriously breaks at random but convenient intervals. And I thought, well, that will be her, won't it? No, it isn't. because that would actually make some sense. The ship just breaks because the plot needs it to. Then she goes away, doesn't fuck up with the power supply. The power supply is just fucking itself up. Doesn't ever reveal herself by her lack of knowledge of things that her sister knows, like being a mechanic and things like that. None of these very obvious outs that the show has created for itself are used at any point, which is just baffling.
Smilex, everybody. Who's on the flusher?
Someone's in the toilet.
Who's taking the headset to the toilet and having a
Swappers.
slash midstream?
What was that?
It's certainly more interesting than this.
Well, look, we got Basil with his little skull cap.
Basil?
And,
Basil.
yes,
Explained, right? This guy obviously suspects something is fucking wrong with this girl, but he never says a fucking word to the Jedi. What? Why? What's the reason for that?
he can't speak, can he? Or he
There's
doesn't
only
speak
one
the lingo,
person who.
or-
Well, there's only one person who could understand him though, and he's dead.
Well, only one person in the
Yeah.
whole fucking galaxy, you know.
Yeah.
No, the team Yord.
That's another thing they set up and then did nothing with. Yord said, no, he learned to speak Beaver because speaking Beaver is more sophisticated than speaking Wookiee, which I guess you get laid more, but nevertheless. And it doesn't come up again either. It's like I expected Basil would sniff out Fanny and he would point out that she's not the same one. He'd be screeching, and then Squid Game would be like, well, I don't understand you because you're a beaver, and isn't that bad? Because how terribly inconvenient.
Sorry.
But no, fuck all of that. It's pointless.
In a galaxy of amazing and incredible technology, they don't have anything that could maybe translate between all the different dialects.
That's-
But they do,
Star Trek.
because Jackie uses a universal translator in episode 4. It's just that
there
never
we
comes
go.
up again, because again, they forget what they've done.
We got some supers, have we not?
Oh,
Or-
just before you do,
I-
quick
remember, I can't
ad
do them.
break, Brown. Dooku's Dildo Den is offering clam jousting love eggs, $4.99.
bargain.
Discount code Brown Penetration. Okay, over to your super chats.
I can't do them. Remember?
Oh, you still can't do them.
Oh,
No,
Right, yeah.
just can't do them. Mate. Waylon Basifa that wrenched $2. Chew, not on that thing. Chew,
brilliant.
chew. Mjuke 84 wrenched $2 Canadian woke dollars. The planet name reveal will be like Rop Mordor.
Rings of Power, Mordor, when they actually put the little title slate, because you see it turn into Mordor and you see Mount Doom behind it. But because the
Okay.
fans of that show are absolute, not going to use the R word, really very silly people, they
Okay.
decided to change the name live on screen for us, just in case we didn't pick it up.
Z, available, mate? Please.
I most certainly am. Joe Eager for $25 says,
Wow.
the Acolyte kept the twin swap pretense for all of 10 minutes before everybody found out. The show is waging war on its own plot twists.
True.
Whoa, what a
No,
generous
not
super
wrong.
chat as well.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you,
Joe.
my friend. Very generous.
Okay, so she's drawn a knife and she's going to go and kill Saul.
Why now? Why not while you were walking back through the forest with him? And why not when you were walking back toward your ship having left the forest with him? And why not at any point before now while you've been on the ship? And then why, if you're going to do it now when he says, hey, go fix the ship for me, do you not do it? Like, what is she doing?
Well, she's picking her moment, and this is it, apparently. And he seems to have been fooled into believing it's Osha because he says he addresses her, and I think that's what basically puts the sword away. And talking of sword in the storm says, can we just stop watching now? I'm not having fun being a racist bigot anymore. No, I'm afraid we've all got to do this.
None
We've
of
got to
us
see it
are.
through. We've got to see it through. You know, we have to.
System worse.
And the only reason, by the way, that this happens as it does, even though it makes way more sense because he knows that or believes she's Osha and Osha is a mechanic, he should already be saying, hey, can you go fix the problem for me? But he doesn't do that because it's not time for the reveal yet. So instead, he does the thing that he wouldn't naturally do because that's what the script wants him to do. Because fuck Leslie Headland.
you know I'm a bit impartial to a Liam Neeson dong joke, and we've got here Qui-Gon Jinn's Wank Copter, who says, I went to a fancy dress party last weekend dressed as a gas pump. Didn't need an outfit, just stripped naked and slung the old chap over my shoulder.
So, did their communication system just malfunction for no apparent reason?
Yes.
Plot
I've actually got
convenience.
in my notes say, I'm guessing she broke the comms because otherwise this is very fucking convenient. And it turns out it is just very fucking convenient because she did nothing.
System beeping.
And this is where it's kind of, is it shut down or something? Or
Breath shudders. Oh, this is where he's losing his. He gets emotional. Breathes deeply. System trills.
Trills.
Beeping.
We've not
Please.
we've not talked about the interior of this ship. It's a little bit 60s diner, isn't it? Anyone got any nice things to say about it? Or
No, I hate the color scheme. It's just horrible. I'd never want a ship like this. I'd probably crash the fucking thing just to get rid of it.
There's this little
Mischievous music
Ooh.
playing.
Is
What
there
would some-
absolutely no way he can communicate this to Sol?
No,
None at all. Not even typing it out on a keyboard.
exactly. Well, even just fucking pointing and gestures, anything, you know.
So no one understands what Beaver Boy says, right? But
He's
everyone
dead.
everyone can understand droids and Jawas and Wookiees and Sullustans and whatever. But no,
Fair
this guy's
point,
an exception.
Well,
Ugh.
he's got now. This is
What's left of Pip?
yeah, it's like part of Pip, isn't it? It's the head of Pip. I don't know the arse. I don't know which
It's
parts of it.
Pip.
Pip's
Pip. Pip.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
That was funny, Marge. Moving on. Just clatters.
So he's now this Beaver character, which I thought I'd fallen asleep and the Acolytes had finished, and it's gone to some other kind of weird fucking show from the 70s. But so we've got a Beaver trying to get part of a robot plugged in to do something. I'm not even taking the piss, folks. This is really what we're getting here. And there we go. There's
I love it how look, even the slot there with the decal,
Yes.
so you know exactly where.
Oh yes. Do you like the baby IG-88 on the left there? It's good to see him, isn't it?
Oh yeah, very good. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice callback there.
Pip.
And
Pip.
does anyone like this guy? Honestly, what a
Smilex. Yeah,
terrible,
Smilex is
useless character.
No, Smilex is all right. Leave him alone.
Punchable face is here, but when did the punchable face get a new face? That's what I want to know.
Tenant. Very good.
Yeah,
Very good, mate. Well
barely
done.
punchable, if we're honest. So whatever he does, it works.
Listen, look, everybody. Pip has got 2 white lights, which means good. See it? 2 equal sign. Good, everybody.
Yes, looks a bit. Starting to look a bit like my my razor as it's charging up. But
Fill a shave.
oh, now look, I will say this for the Beaver thing. It's got certainly got more acting range than fucking May
agree with that.
Anosha actress. Okay, so he speaks Tinnen or Tynan. I mean, we have to go to Z here, who's fluent in 5 million different forms of dialect. Ever come across Tinnen before, Z? Tinnen, Tynan?
It is in my database, but I don't speak it. It's like the rodent equivalent of Ebonics.
Well, after all that Beaver action, we very good anonymous bastard, Tinnen Lannister. Yes. We go back to the miserable island of Acto and
Mysterious music playing.
Now, originally I thought they were shooting this in Ireland, but when I seen the kind of tropical turquoise water, I thought, no fucking way. Yeah, it's a nice spot, isn't it? And here we go,
He's having a
folks. This is for all the wine mums out there. So he starts to strip off, doesn't he? And unfortunately, Plutz has he's just put a comment on his nipped out, but I did want to get
No,
Plutz.
I've nipped
Oh, you're back,
back.
Plutz. Okay, good timing, Plutz. Because I want to get your opinion on this this sexy man they're all going crazy for online. Is he in your opinion, is he all things to all men and women, or
No.
being a bit over TT?
But I mean, the scar doesn't really do it for me, for one thing. But also, like, for a show that's made by lesbians, I'm not really sure why he's doing this. Like, it's not very lesbianic at all. There's not much lesbianism going on. Like he decides at some point later there might have been some lesbianism going on, maybe in Osha's head between her and Jackie, but that wouldn't have led anywhere, even though it wouldn't have led anywhere anyway because it wasn't a thing. But otherwise, we've had shirtless Yord, which was disappointing, and shirtless Smilo, which is slightly less disappointing, but still kind of why.
I'm starting to think that Leslie Hepburn isn't a real lesbian.
It's all a con. Deflection, everybody. It's all deflection.
She's just pretending to get the gig, isn't she? Good to see Jedi Fatawan Pygon Jinstus. He says they're all too skinny. Why does anyone find them attractive? Eat some fucking burgers. And I had to read it, Brian. Very good. Very good. Well, you don't get this on Nerdrotic, do you?
You don't.
We've got 280 people on the stream.
Everybody. I've run out of gin.
270 of them are Swapper's sock puppet accounts, but never mind. We're having a good time anyway. So he's left his lightsaber, hasn't he?
Ooh.
Schoolboy error. And unlike a useless fucking soul, he does sense when she's there, doesn't he? Because he starts talking to her.
Yeah.
You just need like a lump of raw sewage to come floating past him to make it accurate.
Look at the size of that.
Oof. I like the way he folds his clothes up neatly, though. He's a man after my own heart, though.
Look at the size of that is also what she'll say in a couple of minutes' time.
There you go. Look at that, folks. Take a drink. Look at that.
I just need to skip back because Brownie, I don't want you to read this. I want you to I want you to do the instruction. Here we go from Manuel Grill.
Fart bubbles.
No, I said don't read it.
Oh, what?
There we go. Hang on. Let's do this properly. So what we're going to do, here, folks. Wait for it, Brown. Don't bury the lead. Okay. So we're going to start with Chordy. Take a big breath, Chordy. Give me your longest fart bubble. And then when Chordy's getting towards the end, Z's going to take over.
Christ.
Then Swappers, and then you, Brown. I'll take us home. You ready? We're doing fart bubble relay race, starting with Chordy. Go. Come on, Z. Go, Swappers.
This is what the Acolyte has led us to. This is what we're doing with our lives now. It's fucking Wednesday night at 11 p.m. and we're making fart noises. I could be doing work and getting paid, and here I am.
Oh god, that's brilliant.
Yeah,
kill me now.
292 people watching us do
Good
fart
evening, everybody.
noises.
On 1 hour. Good evening, everybody.
Okay, thanks, man, babies. Appreciate that. Let me just throw this comment up. Side of Heat says, my missus just looked at me with pity. Oh, God.
Oh, it is a big one, isn't it?
It is a big one, yeah. Liam would be particularly proud of that.
It's because there are two. There are two in it. There's one in like the other. It's a double-ended one. So that if you can pull the other, the other one comes out of the hilt. That's how he triple pokes Jackie in the previous
Look at that.
episode.
Oh, Plute's been
Big
paying
as that,
attention.
folks.
Now, where is this exactly? Because I don't remember seeing this on the coastline that Ocean was walking along before the titles.
Double innuendo, folks. How does it feel?
How does it feel to do a
Innuendo.
fart in the water?
No.
I can tell you how it sounds.
No, moving on. Tense music playing.
I mean, look, I'm no expert of the martial arts of lightsaber battle, but I'd say a right elbow is a little bit low for my liking there. But anyway,
She's also forgotten to turn it on, which is
Feels good,
usually helpful.
doesn't it? Feels
So
good.
I'm guessing that scar on his back is from Venestra's light whip.
It's either that or it's Sol, because
Oh,
he
yeah.
does call him Master Sol, and he does say, "You don't remember me," which of course could just be referring to the time when they arrested him and let him go, even though he was accomplice in murder. Or it could be that Sol has this deep, dark past, and actually Smiler was one of his. So it's between Venestra and Sol, I would say.
Yeah,
but
but
those would both make sense, so it'll probably be someone we've never met before.
Will it be Venestra, though? Because obviously Headland's ego would want her wife to be the bad, as it were, the big bad.
I don't know. I suspect she'd want her wife to be the big good. I mean, unless she wants her wife to leave her.
what I liked about this episode is how she has the lightsaber and she's, well, supposedly calling the shots, but every time she says, "Stay there, don't come any closer, don't go that way," he just continues to do whatever the fuck she wants, and she just continues to go along with it. It's Brown, we've got this from Jay Goodwin. Here you go.
Flatulence intensifies.
Your stance is good. You should
The
keep
other
the
thing
other
I
elbow
don't know is that because he knows that she left the Order in this episode, he knows quite a lot about her backstory. I don't know when and where he found that information out, but that's also slightly important to establish, because if he's known about her this entire time, then there has been 16 years in which he could have gone to try and recruit her, because it's been a long time since she left Rendok, and then it's been quite a long time as well since she left the Jedi Order. So, but if he only recently found this stuff out, how did he find it out? There's a couple of bits and pieces in the episode which make you think that there might be a mole in the Order, because Squid Game also says it's like somebody knew we were coming. But again, that just could be really, really terrible writing. It's impossible to tell.
Here's one for you, Chordy, while we've got you. Judge Zed says, are they going to do a father-son thing with Sol and Smilo? What do you reckon?
I've seen a couple of people suggest that. I don't see it, if only because Squid Game has now seen his face. So unless he's got a really bad memory, no. Or unless Squid Game has massively changed. Sorry, Smilo has changed his appearance massively, and he can say, "No, I am your son." But I don't see that. But I can see him being a former apprentice of some sort, because that's where the scar on his back came from.
So this is the bit which got everyone a little bit hot under the collar, didn't it? He steps out the water, and she really does give him a good look up and down, doesn't she?
Yeah, she has a quick...
Yeah. But do we know he's got a dong, or are we just assuming he might not have a dong? He might have one of those red rockets that Chewie's got.
Well, we know so little about his species, he might very well do. Although he's been swimming in cold water, it's not going to be very big, is it?
Well, maybe it still is, and that's what really impresses her.
Oh, it's that big when cold, eh?
Yeah, he's really, he doesn't mind standing there with it all swinging out, does he?
He spent a few hours at the gym. I'll get a bit of respect for that.
Gotta love the continuity here, as LV Upz says. He's absolutely bone dry after stepping out of the water.
He did one of those shakes that a Labrador does when he gets out of a pond. It just happened off screen.
That is a point, though. I mean, why would you not film it in one take and having him get out of the water, film that, carry on filming it? So at least there's some continuity. Why is he not wet? It's just such a lazy little thing.
Yeah, there's so much
You
wastage.
You wouldn't notice it though while you're flicking in and out of your iPhone feed, which is
I thought you could say while you're flicking something else, but no, I guess you
well,
wouldn't notice it then either.
well, either.
Swappers, can we get your very best Darth Kipling impression of Shania Twain? Here we go.
Okay, so you got a dong. That don't impress me much.
Quality. But he's still just thundering on, isn't he, with his wang flapping about. So. And is that where did you get the glance down there, Brownie? Is that what you're going for?
No, that was a previous slide.
Oh,
It's subtle. It's literally just one frame of her looking down. But yeah, she looks.
It's very tedious, isn't it? It's like there's nothing.
Yeah.
Just flick through it, man.
There's bits and pieces of it. Just like he says, "Oh, do you think I can read your mind?" That's not how it works. Except that we know that is exactly how it works because he's already done it before, and the Jedi have already done it before. But he says that he can read her emotions, even though she doesn't have any of those because she's not a character. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it really is what could be a compelling or interesting scene is just dies a death because of the fucking boring dialogue and conversation.
And it's supposed to be. Again, I was saying this at the end of my episode 5. This is episode 6. Yeah, episode 5 video. It's like, okay, we've only got 3 episodes left, right? And we have a huge amount to do because we've chosen Smilo to be the villain. And we need to do everything to establish him connecting to the past, everything. We don't have time to be wasting a third of the remaining runtime on conversations that don't say anything or go anywhere. But that's what we get. This entire episode is just nothing. And Leslie says this is the most important thing she's ever created. But if that was so, why does nothing fucking happen?
Don't know.
No. Pass.
Did Leslie have a special relationship with?
Oh, don't.
Moving on.
So he's finally got he's got some clothes on the upper half. For all we know, his wang is still flailing about and he's bottomless. But we'll leave that to our imagination.
Would there be intimacy consultants or something on?
Fluffers, I believe, is the phrase.
Oh, is that what it is? Fluffers.
Yeah,
okay.
Fluffers. Here's this example. So he was in the water and she's like, stop, don't go any further. And then he starts swimming back and she's like, stop right there. And then he swims back anyway. And then he gets dressed and then he fucking walks off. She's, she's got the lightsaber. She's in control. But
and she's just seen him murder everyone she knows. Why is she so sanguine about just having a chat with this mass murderer?
Ship whooshing.
No, this is this was. I'm not going to use the words interesting, but we have some kind of ship dockage going on, don't we?
Yes,
scissoring maybe.
This is very similar to the hyperdrive rings that they used in the prequel trilogy. So what happens here is the ship disconnects from its hyperdrive segment and lands on the planet. Although later on in this very episode, Venestra's ship doesn't do that. It takes the hyperspace ring with it to the planet. So what it's doing there is completely irrelevant.
You save us, Osha.
Kill him now. Kill him now. Kill him now. Kill him now.
There's his back. You've got the knife. It's rather simple. Are we meant to believe that he thinks it's OSHA, or
Up until the point at which he doesn't. This, for all we know, this could be the
Ugh.
bit that sort of clocks him in, because maybe he's hugging her and he thinks, that smells a bit singed. And that's what clues him in. But like,
And what about the hair?
otherwise, yeah, well, where's the hair gone? Why do you have a weird silver tattoo on your head? That looks like the
Why do you
lesbian
smell
thing from
funny?
episode 3. Why do you smell so funny? Why can't you fucking act?
Why are
Why
your
both-
boobs smaller than
oh,
your
you
sister?
beat me to it, Brown, you bastard.
See, you and I are tuned.
Yes, we are.
Now
Tuned.
let's just remember that Master Soul here is still in orbit of Kofar, where all the Jedi were offed. And in the same amount of time, Discount Ezra Miller has taken the real
Yeah.
OSHA back to that place. She's regained consciousness and they've had a nice conversation, whereas this guy's still in orbit.
Could you read this out, Brown, but using Master Soul's head voice?
Her tits are big, smaller and perkier.
It's much better, isn't it?
Moving on.
So, Geordie, maybe you can help me out with this. Did I miss something? But why is there an inference that, even though we've been shown the backstory and everything else, why is there an inference here that Sol has done something horrendously terrible that we
It's
still
because he
haven't heard about?
has. I mean, we're just going to wait until the next episode, because I'm pretty sure, he's about to hyperspace away just before the rest of the Jedi turn up, even though we already know they can do that instantly, but fuck it, never mind. And I'm sure he's taken her back to Brendog so he can show and tell what went down really back in the day. And we'll get that in the next episode. So at some point, the Jedi were involved in murdering all the witches, and he may or may not have also been involved in wiping OSHA's mind somehow.
Ooh.
And we'll get that at some point. It's just that he said twice now in episode 4 and in episode 5, we'll get back to the ship and I'll tell you everything. And now they're back on the ship and he's saying, nah, I'll tell you later. I've got to tell the other people
lots of
first.
that,
I'll
wasn't there?
tell the Jedi High Council first. So,
Nah, I'll tell you later.
or you could just tell us now. Why not do that? That would be quick and
later.
efficient.
I could see Darth Queefus in the chat, and you're right, he would be easy to turn.
And the ship inexplicably powers off.
Oh.
For
Just-
no reason.
It's
How
broken
is
for some reason.
It
like
wasn't
it was broken
May,
for some reason for
because-
episode 2.
Do
She
you
was there
want
with
to
Sol,
take
it
a
wasn't her.
look?
So it just inexplicably broke down.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the timing, though. They were just giving him clearance to transmit, and it just powers down at that exact moment. Oh, wow. What a shame.
Do you want to take a look?
And then this was the bit I thought, well, that's another way that we could maybe have Sol be clever and observe the difference, because OSHA is the mechanic and May isn't. So having, like, if he sees her fumbling and then he can learn something, but that doesn't happen either, because again, that would require somebody actually bothered writing characters. Fuck writing characters. It only costs $180 million. We don't need those.
Oh, Lord.
So we return to Coruscant.
Coruscant, yes.
Yeah, wow, I got one right. Okay. And we've got Leslie Headland's green, bald other half, haven't we?
Oh, this is going to get good in a minute.
Is it?
I think
must
it
have
is, yeah.
Must have fallen asleep during that part.
Soy Boy's coming in.
Oh, God, yes.
The
So
soy is strong.
more hologram action. And honestly, I was just.
This is just an unnecessary guff. This bit.
Yes, it's
Just guff.
exposition central. Tim talks in, everybody. Complete rubbish. Bollocks.
This causes a ton of trouble for the prequels, by the way, all this stuff, because they keep talking about these enemies, the political enemies the Jedi are supposed to have during this period. And we're 75 years out from the Phantom Menace. In this time period, it seems that the Jedi have political enemies in the Senate, and the senators have the ability to audit the Jedi from outside, and they actually pose a severe threat to the Jedi Order's place in the Galactic Republic because they have a rival power base. That if that stuff still exists by the time of the Phantom Menace, then Palpatine doesn't need to go to the trouble of framing them, because he already has control of the Senate. He can just audit them out of existence and say, well, you're fucked now. We don't need the whole grand massacre thing.
Do you know what Gary said yesterday? Nerdrotic.
No, what did he say?
He said they're just going to rewrite everything. They're going to reboot everything from scratch,
No, not going to happen.
including the Phantom Menace. They're just going to do it all from scratch again.
Maybe by accident.
So
Well, let's
they're
take a
kind of rewriting stuff as they go along. So this is probably, I don't know.
Kind of doing it unintentionally, aren't they? Anyway, we've had someone walk into the scene here,
Mog,
and
Toy Boy.
He's not the T-boy or the toy boy. But
Soy
look,
Boy.
we are going to need a name for this new character.
Mog.
SMJ32 says Keir Starmer levels of charisma.
Shit. Well, we're going to have to put up with it for the next 5 years, folks.
Darth Queefer says, "Here comes the non-threatening white boy."
Very well spoken, though.
Sword in the Storm says, "How the fuck is this guy a Jedi?" So
He is
we'll
really like the personification of flat tonic water, this guy. I mean, it's
that I'm going to go get another drink. I'll be back in a bit.
we have got some good names coming in. So we've got Jedi Padawan Milky Latte.
No, he's non-dairy, mate. He's non-dairy.
Padawan
definitely a vegan.
Pimples.
Yeah, definitely. I was in the my local co-op yesterday, and obviously we've had Glastonbury just finished, and I think a couple of revelers were in the co-op who have just come back from Glastonbury. A couple of young chaps,
Yeah.
kind of scruffy looking, being trendy, and they were there just looking at the plant-based vegan products.
I wish
Were they
someone would have
getting in your way with it,
Glastonbury.
Brown?
You could get so much shit out of the world if you just nuked Glastonbury. Everyone there deserves to go.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes, I've been just the once, and it was in I think it was the year 2000, and it was.
Oh, that was after I stopped going. I stopped going
Well,
in
yeah, I
99.
know, it's
That was
turned
it
into a
enough
shit
for
fest now.
me.
David Bowie peaked at David Bowie. Anyway, we've got some more names coming in. Common People says Jedi Master Fudge Packer. Dave L says, "Here's our next contestants on gay or British."
May I go get a drink? And if there's any super chats, could you do them? I can't see them, so
Yeah.
I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Boys
Slim Hand
and girls.
Shandy, Jedi Jeremy. I'm skipping a few others which are slightly dodge. Master Soy Estrogino. Sword of the Storm just goes route one with Ooh Betty. And yeah, I think go on then. We'll have Master Soylent White as well. Yeah, she really beats us, this poor chap, doesn't she, in this show?
I think he's done that himself, to be fair.
Oh, maybe. Maybe. I mean, you look at this rather slim, effeminate, lacking in jawbone or shoulders, and then we switch to Leslie Headland's stocky wife. The broadness, the jawline. I mean, were they deliberately trying to do that contrast? I don't know. Oh, there he is. There's a nice close-up. Particularly like the spray on her.
It's like they got the runner to stand in for someone, isn't it?
It's like when you see someone cosplaying, it's like, oh, come on,
Yeah.
No one really fucking looks like that in Star Wars.
I burst out laughing every single time he was on screen. It just does not fit in any way whatsoever into this show.
You're going to have to stand in, Terry. David's off sick with the SADS. We've got no one else to fill the costume.
Punchable Face says, my new profile pic.
Oh, yes.
And, this is... I'm going to flash it up anyway. Master AIDS.
Oh.
Oh, dear. Okay. Well, look, you wanted Jedi, and Leslie's give you all Jedi.
Remember in the last episode how she was really keen on keeping all of this a secret? That's not a thing anymore.
Gone out the fucking window, yeah. Well, they're going to go do a rescue mission. Well, rescue mission? Oh, fucking dead.
How do you know where he
And-
is?
Yes, we get some more pointless chats. And we're back to Act 2. And really, I mean, we're not kidding here, folks. Brownie hasn't gone OTT with the slides. It really is this fucking boring and slow, this episode, isn't it? It really is a tedium.
In a galaxy far, far away. I remember.
But yeah, he says he was a Jedi a long time ago, and she says, I've never heard of you. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, that's probably true of 99% of all the Jedi who've ever existed. You probably haven't heard of them either. But I don't even know what the soy guy's name is, so I don't know if I'd heard of him. Oh, Mark, that was his name, yeah. And then this line, oh no, this was the drink line, wasn't it? It's drink if you are incredibly, like if the line is written by a special 7-year-old. His strength in the Force is very powerful. By which you mean he was strong in the Force, I guess.
We've got some super chats queued up. Should we do those?
I was
while we've
waiting
got
for
this
Brown to
covered?
get back since it's his channel, but
oh right, okay? Let's wait for him to get back. You're right. So this conversation goes on, and you know, I was picking my nose at this point and scratching my arse, and just goes on and on and on. Swappers, you're a writer. Please tell me in your fabulous work you have at the moment, there's nothing this fucking long and boring and tedious and pointless. I mean, what did you make of this, Swappers? Could it have been done better?
Well, my attention was kind of elsewhere in the room while this was playing because it just obviously didn't grip me in any conceivable way. So every so often I looked back and just thought, oh, we're still on this pebbly beach or whatever. And it didn't draw me in whatsoever. So if I was actually watching it with 100% of my attention, I probably would have lost the will to live during this episode.
I did, and I can confirm that is exactly what happens.
So he says, I'd start swimming if you want to make it to the ship before sundown. If this is just a normal planet, does this mean he can only land his ship twice a day? When
Yes,
the tide's
it's like,
low and he can walk back to shore. Otherwise, what did he do? Did he swim back with her?
Also, that you could swim that in about 5 minutes, never mind
Yeah.
before sundown. What's he implying?
Yeah. Oh, well, we won't go there. But I know what you mean.
The pacing in this show is all off. Though I was listening to a few reviews of this show by the people on YouTube a couple of nights ago, one night ago, however long ago it was, I've forgotten. But they were all making it out to be like a real kind of drudge trying to get through this episode.
Oh,
And
yeah. Thanks.
I'm the sort of person that likes a slow burn with things. You know, I appreciate that, but this is just filler. This is all filler. This episode. There's no action in it. There's nothing exciting that happens. There's nothing to spike the rhythm of the show whatsoever. It's all just one long, monotonous, non-eventful thing.
Judge said has
Before
just
we,
pointed out in the chat that he can float like Magneto, so he doesn't need to swim across.
Oh shit! Yes,
It's true.
maybe
he
he
can.
has to be wearing his helmet though. Maybe because it's made
You
of
call
metal.
yourself fans, Christ.
Well,
Brownie,
we
we
have
have some super chats and since
we
you're
have them.
back.
Yes, do the super
Before
chats.
we move on to the beaver,
Oh, I can't wait. I know.
Duke 84 wrenched 2 Canadian woke dollars. It's good to see Warwick Davis working again.
I did wonder if it was him. I didn't check the credits to see, but it might be.
Z available, please, my friend.
MJ UK 84 wrenched for Canadian $10. Ploots, for all your troubles of lowering yourself to this channel of retrobates, you're too good for us.
Lowering himself?
Oh, he's just.
How very dare you?
He loves it. Ploots does.
Duke 84 wrenched.
Very good.
2 Canadian woke dollars. May angry. me sad, me sees penis.
Dennis Pennis.
Kill him now.
Oh, we got more.
Sol doesn't know he's on the ship. Kill him now.
Yeah. Why is the beaver alive?
Lovely beaver.
The episode 4 called May a clever assassin, remember? That was the episode blurb. And she's evidently not.
Ran out of channel names. $5. That's not funny. Payment died of sad.
What? Anyway, I just want to. Oh, it's still going. The hell, Brown.
M-Duke84, Wrenched, $2 Canadian woke dollars, new spin-off, Jedi Soy and Diabetes as the odd couple. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be
It'd be like a
fantastic.
Star Wars Laurel and Hardy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And we could have canned laughter in the background would be great as well. Don't you think so?
If that's a story we want to see. Technology. Anyway, let's get down to down.
We're not
Beaver
done
and
yet.
down.
There's 2 left.
Oh,
God damn
what?
it!
Oh, there's the sorry. We've had that one about 3 times.
No, that one. This is a correction of the one.
Oh, run
Payment
out
died
of
sad.
channel names, $5. That's not funny. Pad me there. Pad me died of sadness.
She did
what
die of
was-
sads.
Did he have to pay twice to correct it? What
Yes,
did the
absolutely. It's
first one
important that
say?
you pay. I think he said payment died of sad. I did wonder. And then this is the
Payment did die
final
of
one
sadness.
of this badge.
JJ Goslin, £5, real money, folks, at the moment, probably not tomorrow and Friday. Watching on a delay, but I'm becoming more certain with every episode that they're gonna pull a Kaiser Soze with
Yeah.
Saul.
Proceed.
Interesting theory.
Very good. Thank you, everybody.
Okay. Well, look, we are getting to this scene. Honestly, there wasn't much to take away from this episode, but this was something else. And I'm going to say it, folks.
Yes.
I'm going to say it.
Yes,
This
amazing.
was actually some of the worst shit I've seen in Star Wars. And that's saying something when we've had Disney, but the attempt at comedy made me cringe so hard I nearly fucking shorted all over my armchair.
Shot.
Shorted. I cringed so hard, my muscles tensed up, and it was bad. It was bad. Now I know probably what was the balance of people who watch this versus the people who just watch this stream, Brown? Wasn't it about only 30% of people actually watched the Acolyte? Was that right?
If you say so.
Well, we did a poll last week, don't you remember?
The Poel.
A
Yeah,
poll.
I think it was about
30%
three.
was-
Three people actually watched this, and they're on the panel.
Only 2 of us are on the panel, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, look, for the people who don't, which is the vast majority, as we talk you through this scene, we are not taking the piss or exaggerating.
Oh no, we never do that. No.
What we relate to you is what actually happened. So, as if it's not ridiculous enough, old Beaver Boy rocks up here and he confronts. Which one is this? May?
Yes.
Fanny May,
great.
yeah. It's Beaver versus
bad
Fanny
one.
is the scene.
Bad.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
And
Grunting.
he starts grunting, so you think, okay, is he going to try and communicate with her?
I will say, Smilex looking superb.
Yeah.
I did think
And then-
for a
oh,
moment he was
we've-
humping her leg.
Yeah, we've kind of missed. I mean, obviously, it's not easy to capture in still form, but as he strikes this pose here, he then starts doing some fucking kung fu moves. Now, I didn't dream this up, did I? Somebody tell me that I'm right.
No,
That's what happened.
you saw it, yeah.
He does some kind of vague, like everybody was kung fu fighting.
Yeah.
Was this an attempt at humour?
I think it was. I think it really was. It was so fucking bad. So he does some vague kind of kung fu
Grunting.
style moves, and then realizing that's not going to intimidate her or work, he basically just runs to her leg and clutches on.
So
At
that's
which
humping
point,
it.
oh, go on, do the line, Brown.
Hey, hey, with the monkey. Hey, hey, relax. Hey, hey, whoa, whoa, relax. Okay.
This is great.
Stab him in the fucking head. You're an assassin. God damn it.
Great observation from Echo Chamberlain. One of my favorite movies, like Hoggle from Labyrinth, indeed. Yeah, so then he grabs a leg, and then when that doesn't really seem
Is
to do
Beaver...
anything.
No, go back a minute.
Okay.
Look at the height of his head.
Oh.
Is Beaver sniffing Beaver at that point?
Oh, Brown.
Moving on.
You've peaked, Brown. Very good.
Well, because
So then with his
my name is Butter. It's my wife. I like a sex, not.
with his tiny little foot, he stamps on her toe. But if you look at her right foot,
Got steel toe
feet.
caps on.
steel toe
Steel toe
caps.
caps. Yeah. Very good, mate.
It's a
so I
mechanic
thought-
suit anyway. Like that suit is designed for doing manual labor on the exterior
Yes.
hull of spaceships. Obviously, it's got steel toe caps. That's not going to hurt.
And obviously, it's coming from a small beaver guy who weighs about 30 pounds wet through. So I thought, obviously, steel toe caps, little foot, little guy, not going to feel a thing. How does she react? Well, we don't get to see it. But basically, she
It's real quick.
cries. Well, there you go. She shouts out in pain.
Yeah.
What
It's there,
the
mate, on the
fuck?
screen.
He hasn't
Yeah.
even got any shoes on.
And then just when you thought it couldn't get any more ridiculous, I mean,
Is this
God, so fucking bad.
we've said this before. This is squirting, isn't it?
This is what the show considers to be an arc in character writing terms, because when Pip first met the beaver, Pip squirted on the beaver, but now
Yeah.
they're friends and he's squirting on Fanny. So
So who
That's
refilled
good.
Pip?
Pip
You
generates his own
discharged all
goo.
liquid, so
No,
do you
no,
just
he-
make more?
You make more. Like, you don't have to refill your liquids, your essential precious bodily fluids. They just sort of recreate themselves.
I don't think I missed chat. I don't think I missed the slide because, I didn't. I'm sure I didn't.
Well,
I'd lost the will to live at this point, but I don't think I did.
I just woke up at this point. I'd made a mess all over my armchair. But yeah, as if it couldn't get more ridiculous. Kung fu moves, leg hugging, stamp on the steel toe cap boot, and then she gets squirted in the face. And this is some light humor relief. Yes.
Right, folks, pay attention. The equal sign is white.
What
White
she's basically
is
doing
good
here
of
is a
Pip.
hard reset of an iPhone where you put the
Of
volume
Pip.
down button
Yeah.
and the power button at the same time for 20 seconds,
Yeah.
and it goes into reset mode.
So they could have easily just done this in The Rise of Palpatine with Zee-ThreePIO then.
Yes.
Larry says wrenched, but it was funny, like R2D2 splooging in the swamp. We know he's being sarcastic, but yeah, it was. That was great, wasn't it? The little R2 thing in the swamp. This was just fucking nonsense,
I
sheer
was
nonsense.
expecting Squid Game to come in and say, "What the hell is all this noise? What's going on?" But he's fine with it. It's just OSHA doing OSHA things.
Did anyone else feel it was so out of place as well in an episode which is not filled with tension, but with it's a downbeat episode, isn't it? And it's filled with brooding conversation, and then you just have this. It's almost like they thought, "Oh, fuck, we better put some fucking humor in this thing," and this is what they came up with, folks. Anyway, Pip's been put back together.
Pay attention to the. No, go back quickly.
Oh, okay.
Pay attention now. The white equal sign is red. Red means bad, everybody.
There we
Well, that
go.
means it's evil now. It's evil.
Yes.
Still think it's the worst droid creation in the whole of Star Wars as well.
It's really quite crap. But then she's actually asking this newly reset Pip to run the check on the power system so she can actually fix the ship's power problems. which she has no cause to want to do. That she's actually doing what Sol asks her to do, even though it would make way more sense if she came back and said, "Nah, it's fucked, sorry," and then killed him. And then she has all the time in the world to try and fix it.
I just find it amazing that that ship is so big that Basil can't find Sol immediately after running away. Where's he gone?
The oldest gamer says, "Does Pip have enough memory for an EFAP video?" Well, he might have, but he won't have enough memory for a Brown Alliance Attack of the Clones stream.
These little creatures here. Apparently, we've got 2 adults and a child. So either Leslie Headland's advocating for nuclear families, or both of those adults are female and they're lesbians that give birth to babies. One of the two.
I'd like to think
I'm going to say the baby one's normal nuclear family type thing.
Super chat, here you go, Brown. Over to you.
Gold coloured. Zee, are you available, please, my friend?
I am. Come on, people. Wrenched for 10 British pounds, which is real money, don't you know? As my old dad used to say, I've walked on water before. I just made sure that the temperature was well below freezing before I ventured out onto the pond.
Very good.
Very good.
There are some others if we're doing super chats at this point.
Yeah, go on. Castle Dracula. $2. Sol equals David Lopan from Big Trouble in Little China. Yes, very good. Yes. Great movie. Platoon, I do believe you know this gentleman.
Yes.
Care to read his comment?
Okay, George Jackler for $4.99. Curious which beaver you were talking about still being alive. Love the show. All hail. Hello.
Hail.
Thanks, George.
Should be live on George's on Sunday, and I believe it's his birthday on Sunday as well.
Oh, nice plug.
Is it really 7th of July?
I believe it is. Or at least
my
it's his birthday
as
stream.
well.
Is it?
Yes.
That's just before our show, isn't it, Platoon?
It is indeed, yes.
George, do you want to come on Sunday?
On his fucking birthday, Brown? Jesus.
Yeah, after your show, do you want to come on?
Family time, Brown. Come on.
Yeah.
Invites there, mate.
George, do you want to watch the Acolyte episodes 1 to 5 with me together? We'll live stream it.
Yes.
This Friday, me and you, George. Larry is. So we keep going. Sorry. Who's Conrad? I'll do it then. I'll go all over it. Yeah, Conrad M5 dirty old dollars says, "Do you think the actress who played May was surprised when she walked into the audition room and there was only a couch and a jar of mayonnaise?"
Well, at least there was some mayonnaise.
If she was surprised, she certainly couldn't emote it. Let's just say that.
Swappers, you available, mate?
Yes. MJ UK 84 for 5 Canadian woke dollars in the chat says, "Pip pees on Fanny while Smilex hits Beaver. This is the most lesbionics we've seen on this show."
Give $5. Master Squid Game enters the room. Why does it reek like fish?
I think that might be borderline racism, Brown.
Possibly.
Oh dear.
I like this one.
Larry wrenched $5. Panel say, "What's all this then?" In Squid Game accent. Echo. What's all this then?
He wants us all to do it, so he's paid his money. I think we should obliged. Go on then, Plutes.
Night, Frank.
What's all this then?
Go on, Z.
What's all this then?
Oh. Go on, Swappers.
What all is this then?
I'll go next.
We're
Then we'll
all
give
going
the
to
ma-
hell.
we'll give the master. Brownie's really been hot on the accent, so I'll just go with a. What's all of this then? Oh, it's a little bit Italiano there, but
It's
never mind.
me, Mario.
Go on, Brown.
It's me, Mario. What's it?
Now do the damn line, Brown.
I've done it already.
Oh, did you?
Oh,
there we go.
this then.
God, you got your money's
Moving
worth
on.
there, Larry. Okay.
Last one for now.
Tacky P, €2. Pip blasting May with the Adriana Chechnik was naff.
I do not understand the reference. I vaguely know the name from somewhere, but I can't think where.
Adriana Chechnik. I don't know.
It's not the girl out of the Orville, is it? Probably not.
Let's just skip back to make sense of it. I don't know, only a little bit.
10-hour stream coming, folks.
I'm just wondering if Pip was giving it the old hot beer on.
Porn star, apparently.
Okay. Yeah, we're all pretending we don't know. Anyway, back to the baby anteater things and back to more boring conversation. Okay, so this whole chapter, they've kind of gone back into the cave and the pottering about, and well, Chordy, you're a nice way of bringing us up to speed. What's the gist of this conversation, Chordy?
They're talking bollocks about the Force again, and he's doing it's just a point of view. He also just flat out lies and says that if you don't train with the Force, then you just lose it completely. Which makes no sense, because that means the Jedi would never find any children who are Force sensitive because they wouldn't been able to use the Force because they've never fucking used it before. But I guess they don't care about that sort of thing. And then she's talking about how the Force is this, and he says, no, that's semantics. It's really that, even though that is also semantics. And yeah, it's great. Kill me.
Oh my god.
Has she actually moved a face other than a
No,
lips?
she hasn't. He's telling her about how it's really important that if you the Jedi teach if you let go of everything, that makes you who you are, but it's not true because actually there's powerful emotions and things and they make you who you are. And then he goes on to say, but he's lost everything and that's how he knows who he is, which doesn't make any sense. But
here we go,
he's trying to actually get an emotion out of her, but the actress can't do those.
Loss, desire. Oh, she's opened her mouth. Semantics. What does semantics mean, Lord, for the thickos like me?
It's sort of quibbling over word usage without really quibbling over meaning. It's like if I said the Acolyte is cancer and you said, no, the Acolyte isn't cancer, it's AIDS, that would be semantic differences, really.
Both perfectly
good,
acceptable
good,
metaphors.
Yeah.
Or similes, one or the other. So he's just kind of really making excuses for
You murdered my friends, I killed Jedi. Is there a difference?
And then she starts quantifying that you killed my friends. Yeah. You killed Yord. Yeah, I just said I did. You killed Jackie. I just told you I did. Why are you bringing this up again? Stop it.
Yeah, and not only that, but it's really telling the audience what we already know, what's already happened. It's just really wasting screen time doing it. It's very, you killed Jackie. She's going to go through the whole lot.
And you'd think that if they really were her friends and she really cared, she might have a bit more to say than, oh my god, you killed George. And that's all we're going to get. Like, she doesn't really give a shit. And then this is the bit where they try and pretend there was a relationship between her and Jackie, but that only exists in interviews and it doesn't exist in the show. So, yeah. Quite funny, though, that she was complaining, or he's telling her that Jackie would never have satisfied her because Jackie couldn't go deep enough to do that. That's quite funny.
Wah, wah, wah. Yeah.
Go on, Brown. I know you like doing any line with sister in.
I'm not my sister.
No, you've got to do it properly.
I'm not my sister.
Oh, we'll have to settle for that. Z, show him how it's done properly.
I'm not my sister.
There's way too much emotion for this girl.
I'm not that easily corrupted.
Oh, that's what you said to your tutor, isn't it, Brown? Moments before he gave you the old Hugh Edwards.
Get on with it.
Back to Act
Bogan
2,
music playing.
and
Ugh,
back to
What?
some more
Christ.
Why did he install a
fences.
fence? Why has he
Yeah,
put railings around his own path? Of all
Shocking.
the people to comply with occupational
Health and
safety and health
safety, mate.
administration, well, yeah, OSHA is actually on the scene right now, so she'd complain if they weren't there. But why?
Is that a post box as well? Is that where he gets his mail delivered?
Yes.
I mean, now we see that angle. I'm actually thinking your double D was a better shout, Brown.
No, did I say D?
Yeah.
I thought he said
Well, he said,
C.
I think he changed it to C, but
C all day long, but
oh, I don't know. I think
yeah.
now I'm looking at a pair of D's there. I'll tell you what, though, it's good to see the wig of one of the members of Def Leppard hanging up on the rocks there to the right.
Yeah.
It's always great to see. And there we go.
Do it.
Oh, I thought she was giving it to him. She's supposedly threatening.
It's a big one.
If Mega Geek was here, he would comment on the framing of this shot, and he'd also say shit. Oh, these fucking
What?
rules! These fucking rules.
It breaks the show in so many ways. They do. That was May's whole point, is they do that. And that should also be his whole point, is they do that. And also, he's already snapped people's necks with his bare hands, and he's a dark side force user and a mass murderer. He's not unarmed.
I was really waiting for them to kiss, if I'm honest.
That'll be the next episode.
That'll be next week.
Because Headland did say, yeah, there's going to be like a Raylo-style romance between them, by which you mean what? So no romance until the last scene where they decide it exists after all.
God.
Maybe she'll kiss him and then die of cringe.
Swappers, can we get a bit of the old Kipling on this, please?
Dave L in the chat says, OSHA's getting wet and thinking I can fix him.
Yes.
I bet you are, love.
Really? Someone made a good point on the old Twitterverse. They said, take the Star Wars logo off this show, and it's just one of the most awful, forgettable, cheap arse sci-fi shows that no one would fucking bother with, but because it's got a Star Wars logo on it, all the shills are going mad for it. And yeah, they're right. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Bush McFadden asks, how long are these episodes? I'm assuming he's referring to the
Eternity.
Acolyte, not our stream. But Bush, believe it or not, this was less than 30 minutes.
No, I think it was 36 minutes.
But that's with all the credits.
I think it was
surely.
about 32 altogether.
Yeah, okay.
Horrendous. It was horrendous.
Essentially, the whole episode is made up about 3 conversations and a fucking beaver doing kung fu moves. That's what we got tonight, folks.
Yeah.
And the conversations don't even say anything either. It's really just a series of open-ended questions with like pointlessly teased answers, this being a good example of that. If OSHA doesn't remember what happened because she's been mind wiped, then this conversation is pointless. He should just tell her. If she does remember what happened, then she knows she's in the right and she shouldn't be persuaded by him because she knows that she left the order by her own volition. There's actually no reason for the conversation to be playing out in this way at all. It's just that they need to fill the time somehow, even though there's only 2 episodes left after this.
She's almost got a different expression there.
I was just about to say that.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like flaring the nostrils a little bit.
Really? Oh,
That's an expression.
it's emotion. Someone pointed out in the chat there we're an offensively British panel tonight, and
We're just
normally we
offensive.
have like a Dower Scott on, don't we? Whether it's Brian or Melvin
The
or
Scots are
we
still
may-
British.
Oh, true. Yeah, it's just I don't consider them so, but yes, you're right. And also we have, speaking of other colonies, we have maybe one of the New Zealand chaps, or who else do we have? Occasionally we have
Americans?
a Yank on. Yes, yeah. Talking of colonies, sometimes we have a Yank on as well. Do you have anyone from any other colonial outposts? Do we have any South Africans on Brownie ever, or?
Master Nyat.
Oh, okay. But yes, full British.
There you go.
It's a British piss off, as SMJ32 says. Indeed. Okay, she ignites the lightsaber, folks. This is it.
Lightsaber ignites.
He's going down, and she stops at the last moment.
Lightsaber humming.
That really does look shit, doesn't it?
Is
Oh,
anyone
shit.
else just not convinced by the lightsabers on this show? She's
Yeah.
using a fucking toy.
Not this scene, no. The previous scene where it'd been CGI'd, it looked okay.
You can tell they're like
Just,
bought from a store or something. The effects look atrocious.
Wouldn't his clothing be on fire at this point? Or was that just me?
But your clothing's on fire at this point.
No, I mean with the heat of the saber.
I don't think it emits heat in that way. There is some bullshit fiction as to why lightsabers don't technically emit that much light or heat. So they didn't used to be able to be used as like glow sticks, for example, or things like that. But that's because they have actually moved over to basically big glow sticks for a lot of these. They are just physical props as opposed to effects put on afterwards, which is why it looks naff, frankly.
Lightsabers.
Kill him, kill him, kill him. Kill
Yeah.
him.
When she stopped Squid Game from killing him in the last episode for no fucking reason, and now she's sort of toying with the idea of killing him for no fucking reason, and she won't, equivalently for no fucking reason.
Well, has you not seen him try to kill both him and May?
Mm.
He chucked a lightsaber out, for God's sake, in the last
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
Look who's in the chat, everyone. It's actually the Mega Geek. But he's even fogged up his own catchphrase. Oh, well. Good effort.
What I would say is that we now know Smilo's lightsaber is too big for her hands. It's a two-hand job, that, and she's barely got her fingers around it as well. So he is quite a well-endowed Sith chap, or whatever he turns out to be.
Yeah, she's just not used to the girth.
I will say he's a good actor.
Where's
With what he's got, he's doing good. We said that last week.
Girth? Where's
Working?
Girth tonight? Oh no. Oh well, Girth, we're missing you. Let's rattle round some non-super chats. I know there's probably some super chats queuing up, but let's get us all on a little read around. So
I was so praying that you were going to say, "Let's move on," but no,
yeah, I was as well. To be fair,
we're getting there. Don't worry, we're getting there. Z, we'll start with you on this one.
The punchable face wrenched. I like girls with small hands. What? Wait, what?
Well, that's what he says. What about this little one for you, Swappers?
BBC Saber. It actually is. You're right.
Lightsaber retracts.
Let's find one for you, Brown. Here we go.
Get both hands around that shaft now.
That's what my old mum used to say.
And let's do one for Chordy. Here you go, Chordy.
Ni Son Dong, that lightsaber is faker than Rennie's husband.
Jesus, good job she's not here.
Rennie's fake husband isn't around to defend himself, all right? So we shouldn't be taking the piss.
Oh, dear. Lightsaber retracts, and we're out of slides, Brown. We go.
Oh,
Yay!
Coruscant, favourite place.
Have they still not got around to CGIing in the flying cars yet?
No.
It was 100 years before they hadn't been
Mog.
invented.
They hadn't invented them yet.
There were much less of them in the skies back then, back in the 1820s of Star Wars.
Good,
There you go.
good
that.
callback
Very
from Mogdown. Yeah,
Very
good
good.
callback from Pengu Pete. We had that fabulous line last week.
Yes.
My mother could do that. Nice.
Can I just draw attention to the alien in the back right of this
Oh,
shot here?
yeah.
First time it's ever appeared in live action. Sadly, it's in this shit show.
Oh,
But he's from Knights of the Old Republic,
oh, wow.
and he's never been in live action before. I can't remember the name of the race. They're an amphibian race, but I really appreciated them in that show. But
Oh, is it the Hanan or the Manan? One of the two.
yeah, I think it is.
Hamas.
Get you.
Leslie Headland's
Get
advertised
you.
the fact that she's played Knights of the Old Republic. So it's
No,
probably
the
a totally insane
planet.
rep.
So the planet is Manan, isn't it? And they are Selkath?
Oh, get you.
I could be
Rings a
completely
bell.
making this up, though, but I think
Jeez.
that's
Could be
right.
right.
That's
Yeah,
a really good game. I remember it for a reason.
No,
Yeah.
but our team is readied and we'll be departing 20.
20 what? Days, hours,
Yeah, right.
parsecs? What is it?
Are you joining us on the mission, Master? To the Outer Rim?
Oh, rimming. Oh.
It's just you get nauseous when you travel through hyperspace.
Oh my
You
god,
get,
these
you
are
get
real
nauseous
lies.
when you
Find
go to
it
the
on-
Outer Rim.
I find it unsettling.
But Master, I'm sure that these casualties are due to the planet's uncharted environment. I need to
I
leave this-
need to handle this personally. I hope that this is all right for you. Ship powering up.
By the way, folks, if you think we're taking the piss, that's pretty much on the nose of what those characters sound like in the show. So,
You go Smilex chittering.
oh, not this little fucker again.
Oh, footsteps pattering. Basil chitter. What the fuck is chittering? Is that
It might be
Had
to
to.
you, Brown.
Oh, okay. Had to restart the system
reboot.
as well. Oh, could I not say?
Yeah,
Welcome to Talk.
yeah, we're all wondering the same, Sol. We can't go any further without doing this one from Tom. Chittering, bam. Also, Jacob, welcome to the show, Genesis. Leslie has a Japanese kidnap fetish.
Anyway, this is the show's attempt to explain why they didn't do the obvious thing and mind read Smilo back when they captured him. Just pointing out the problem, of course, does not make the problem go away, but the show thinks that it does.
This is one for you, Brown.
On your feet, soldier. Yes, Daniel-san.
He had to lean into
Cobra
that.
Kai back in a few weeks.
Oh,
Get
can't
it.
wait. Can't wait.
Your pip droid.
Isn't it funny how a show like Cobra Kai, I'm not gonna get diverse or bogged down, but isn't it funny how a show like Cobra Kai, from what I can tell, almost universally loved, has one of the most completely diverse casts you'll ever see in your life. But hey, it's a good fucking show with good writing,
Amazing,
and good
isn't it?
acting, and good action, and it's true to the originals. Funny that, isn't it? You know, when you give the people what they want. Oh god. Anyway,
I thought Pip was she, her, she.
no,
Whereas
never assume.
the baddie has said he's.
Surely, if it's a droid, it should be a they them.
Exactly.
Did you just assume a droid's gender?
Common people has noticed a game going on within the show. Whenever a male takes off his clothes, a female has to put more layers on. It's the Afghanistan approach to respecting women, I think. Hello to all the Afghanistanis in the chats.
Yeah, this is the clue he then. So that's where he
Oh.
knew, wasn't it? It's just so obvious. And now he's testing. Yeah. Because he knows it's a she.
What's
Yeah.
Sol going on about here?
She loves him because he's got multiple attachments.
Even though he is just a machine. Pip, beeping.
Ross with the observation that all droids are binary. I thought we were coming to an end when she had the old lightsaber at his throat. I didn't realise there was way more scenes to go.
Yeah, there's a fair bit to go, yeah.
Oh dear, we better keep the pace up, Brown.
Are those bunks in the background there?
Oh yeah, looks like
It's
it.
Galaxy. It's the
Galaxy's
Star,
Edge, yeah.
it's Star Cruiser's hotel thing, isn't it?
They don't look very well designed, do they? I mean, you smack your head quite easily getting up out of one of those.
Much like the Galaxy whatever hotel that's shut down now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so this is the point where we're just going to find out what happened.
Oh,
The big carrot dangled.
Yeah.
You were very young.
He seems really cagey, and even though he told her, or he told Osha, who he thinks is her anyway, twice that he was going to tell her exactly what happened when they got back to the ship, and now he's being cagey about it because I guess they forgot that he'd promised he would do it. So he knocks her out, and then they're going to fly off and do it anyway for some reason, when he could just be telling her now because there's no reason not to. But we've got to drag it out just a little bit longer.
System powering up. Ship's coming back online, folks.
I like this one from King of Moorland, who says Amanda Stenberg is the only actress who can't convincingly play a character who is secretly swapped with another character that she already plays. That's a good point.
Button beeps. Hello? Is anybody there? Can you hear me?
Oh, what's going on?
For some reason, she's gone to try and contact somebody for fuck knows why, and he's decided he knows who she is all along, so zap.
He knew because of the he thing for the Pip droid, because he knew it was a female, even though it's a machine.
And we go back
Smilex
to
there.
the mole again.
Smilex.
Beaver, whatever it's called. Smilex.
Oh, me.
So does he know that the beaver creature is on the ship or not?
Yeah.
I don't know. They've never interacted.
Yeah.
But now we know he's off to something sus because, if he'd waited around for literally a 0.5 more seconds, the Jedi would have arrived, and he says, no, fuck it, off we go.
I did like this, though. Doesn't the volume look great when it does the hyperspace thing for a spaceship effect? It looks so good, that does.
We do have a name for the gadget Sol used. It's called the Savile Stunner. I knew you'd like that one, Brown.
Very British. Ominous music playing. This is the ship that just literally appears a nanosecond after the other ship disappears into hyperspace. This
And
is
you
the
think
green
they'd still be
wife.
screwed because episode 4 spent time telling us that, well, we need to have a tracker to get into the middle of the forest. That's the reason Basil exists. But these guys don't, I guess, because, again, fuck it. No one cares.
You know the way you have different product names? So we had Opal Fruits. Too young to remember this, Geordie, but Opal Fruits, and they were called Starburst. And then, anyway, so you can also purchase the Savile Stunner in the United States. It's known as the Cosbia. So there you go, folks. So you now know where to go to get your rap devices. Okay, ominous music playing. Lots of fucking
people chattering. This is
chittering.
Glastonbury, isn't it? Glastonbury.
Oh, here we go.
What vegan burgers you having?
Oh, here we go.
Master.
Here we go. Get ready, Brown.
Seems a number off Colony Hatch last night. I need to have a kind of local settlement.
If
Well
if the Jedi had been anywhere near that colony, that could explain a large amount of casualties. Mysterious music playing. Let's go for a walk, everybody.
done. Dr. Zoom's asking the question everyone's thinking, is this guy a Jedi?
I was thinking
Is he,
throughout the entire show.
Is Jedi Soy Boy, is he a worse? We're seeing some of the worst Jedi ever fucking known to man. Is he worse than Jedi Diabetes, do we say? Or is he
Yes.
still taking the... He is.
Really? Yeah, I think
He's
so.
worse than Diabetes. Wow. 3 Overhouse says she's like a green Roy Keane.
Jeez. Don't cross him, then he'll have you.
Oh, now here we go. Now I'm sure Chorley's got a thing or two to say about this. How's he doing this, Geordie?
I don't know. It's supposed to. It shorts out lightsabers. How could you weld it? And then he calls it a sensory deprivation helmet, even though it has eye slits. So no, it fucking isn't. And also, you can hear things through it. So doubly, no, it fucking isn't. And then
So
he
how-
leaves the room, and she
sensory-
goes and puts it on to test herself for no reason at all.
Perhaps it's a very, very concentrated beam of energy, more concentrated than a lightsaber, perhaps. I don't know.
If it's a sensory deprivation item of clothing or whatever, armor, then surely it's going to dull his ability when he's fighting, because he can't, you can't hear or see, or if it just focuses his attention on the Force instead, well, that's kind of wrong as well, because someone in the Force uses all their senses and the Force, and therefore he's handicapping himself willingly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he compares it to the helmets that the younglings wear when they train, which they don't actually do in this show, but I guess they do later. And so that's the excuse. But just because younglings train using that doesn't mean that that's the optimal position for them to be in. It doesn't actually improve them to have their senses deprived. It's just a way of making them focus only on the Force. But again, it has eye slits, so it isn't even one of those.
Mm-hmm.
£100 if you want one of those Black Series
Oh
helmets.
God, yeah, ridiculous. Punchable Face makes a good observation. He says you actually need to wear one of those helmets to watch the show. It does improve it. You can't see
Yes.
anything, you can't hear anything, you can't feel anything. Yes. So he basically, the way the conversation goes,
The power of two.
he's going to talk her into trying his helmet, isn't he?
Oh, get in.
This is a bit convenient. How did his top ride up like this? It's just so fucking convenient.
Is he wiping his face or something on it? I don't know.
Oh, is that what it was?
Where
I mean-
did you get that scar? Where did you get that scar?
She's not seen it before.
Oh, I got these scars.
She wants him.
No, it doesn't. That's not a stab wound, for fuck's sake.
It looks like someone whipped you with a lightsaber.
Someone who threw me away.
Oh fucking hell, Brownie! We've still got the light whip scene, haven't we? It's right here.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Clanks. Clank.
Now this is interesting. I'd not come across this cortosis thing. Would have helped to have had this explanation a little bit early, wouldn't it? When he's headbutting lightsabers, but yeah, it's
There's lots of things, right? I mean, he shouldn't actually have it to begin with because it was in the clearing where Sol woke up. He should have taken it. So he shouldn't even have the helmet left. Even then, just calling it cortosis is not sufficient setup explanation for its
No.
mechanical use. And then there's the question of where he got it, which I guess we might get answered at some point because it's supposed to be incredibly rare and also hard to work as a material. It's also not canonically got any sensory deprivation qualities. It's quite good against lightsabers, but again, I don't think the show really cares. I don't.
Oh no, it
anymore.
absolutely has, Ploots, because they added that in Wikipedia.
Have they changed it now? Oh, good.
Yes,
Oh,
it
yes.
can now protect against Jedi mind tricks.
I'm looking forward to the bit as well where they change the Knights of Ren origin story, because they're currently listed as being founded in, I think, 3 ABY, but I'm pretty sure they're going to try and say this guy's a Ren, so that's going to be retconned as well, down the memory hole with it, because we run Star Wars like
It's all getting
mini
retconned,
show.
mate. They're all of it getting retconned. They're starting
What
even
even
their own
is a
stuff.
Wren? What is a Wren?
I don't know what a Ren is.
It's a
A Ren
little
is supposed to be the guy
bird,
who
isn't
founded
it?
the Knights of Ren, but that's tautological. The leader of the Knights of Ren is a Ren who was one of the Knights of Ren, and they're called the Knights of Ren because he's a Ren. Also, his lightsaber is
What?
called a Ren, because that's just to add that extra bit of silliness in there. The lightsaber that he wields is called a Ren. So Kylo Ren's lightsaber, Kylo Ren is the master of the Knights of Ren,
Ugh.
because he's the master of the Knights of Ren, and they're named after the Ren, and his lightsaber
It's
is
a
also called
bird.
Ren.
I said that. It's a bird.
Yeah, but it's not spelled with a W, is it?
It is.
Is it in Star Wars?
Well, they're retconning it, so it will be.
Oh,
No, in Star Wars, Wren is spelled with an R.
The one.
thanks.
Hard
Okay.
Here's one for you, Brown, because you've fallen foul to this, haven't you? It says he looks like
the kind of guy that would try the popcorn trick.
Yes. You know the one we're talking about that your tutor pulled on you in the cinema?
Yes.
The old hole in the bottom of the popcorn, and
Yes, and I fell for it. Yes.
Yep. Oh, dig deep in here, young brownie. No, don't use your hands, use your mouth.
It was salty as well. I'm more of a sweet guy. The flavour was salty. Anyway, moving on.
The tutor was saying, "Oh no, all the sweet ones are at the
Moving
bottom.
on.
Really need
Moving
to
on.
get down to the
Platoon's got money to earn. Moving on. Come on.
Can we go back to the lake scene and do fart noises again?
Try it on.
Okay.
I don't trust you. Nor should you.
So why are you still here? Why didn't you go to the ship?
But you should learn to trust yourself. It's just all mumbo jumbo, isn't it? That these shallow people. Oh, that's really deep, is that? Oh, back to the iPhone.
Brownie, we've got my favourite pun of the night from Cider Feet, and he says, "Oh, tutor." Well done, Cider Feet. I like that one.
Which Cider Feet is a legend, isn't he? Cider Feet
He's
is
a
a legend.
legend.
He is.
Have you ever had him on?
What? Cider
No.
feet?
You've never had him on?
Actual
If-
feet
if-
of ciders.
If he gets a proper mic, he can come on.
Oh, get yourself a mic. Cider Feet will get you on sometime. Anyway, she's contemplating dead Jackie.
Oh, Dead Jackie.
Oh,
All stars.
okay, Brown. Look,
Dead
it's
Jackie.
it's
Jackie.
officially past midnight here in the UK, so I'm just going to ask you the question.
Oh, happy 4th of July, American friends, even though it's not 4th of July, but it is here.
No, it's not the 4th of July. Joe Biden said it was the 4th of January when I heard him in an interview earlier today.
I
But,
fixed Medicare.
okay, Brownie, look, I'm going to ask you the question. Would you?
Yeah. Is she still warm?
No.
I didn't know
In a
that was.
couple of
I
days.
didn't know that was one of your criteria. I thought it was just, well, she can't resist.
Has
so-
she got a pulse?
No.
She's got through 3 bonus holes.
4 now. 5 even.
Oh God.
Jackie, you've got something for everybody. God bless you.
Yeah, it's like that prostitute with the 3 tits in Total Recall.
Her face was exactly like mine watching this show.
Yeah.
She's not coming back though, is she? We thought she'd all be coming back. But she's not,
I'll
is
tell
she?
you
I
what,
think
though.
she's dead. Menacing.
Jackie giving it more emotional acting
Yeah.
there than that fucking. twin
Everybody, look
sisters.
at that. Look, everybody. That is acting. Look at that. Suck it in. Just look at that.
So,
That is acting. Acting,
am I right
folks.
that this rescue team Vanessa Rowe has sent to this planet are just going to leave the bodies there as again?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
She does. She does say when they leave, it's time that we need to prepare
Yeah.
the bodies for burial. But that might mean that they bury them there. But it was odd, even in the last episode, that Saul's Padawan has just died in front of him, and he's like, "Oh fuck it." Off we go. Looks at it for about 2 seconds, then just leaves.
Oh,
What a lovely guy.
Poor Yord.
Yord.
What's
This
walking to him?
investigation they're currently doing, they're not actually looking at the corpses. They wander around, and fucking Jedi Master Soy, whatever his name is like, this could have been the wildlife, I suppose. And she's like, no, I will sense what happened to them with the Force. Don't just look at they've got fucking lightsaber holes in them. You don't need to use the Force to find out what happened, but I guess you do you. Whatever works.
And this is another case of them coming from Coruscant to Kofar in less than a day,
and getting all the
should
way
be
in,
impossible.
all the way into the forest with no guide. And we know from that episode that it takes them 3 hours to get from outside the forest to inside the forest when they know where they're going. So it could even have been
Basil's
longer.
help.
Yeah.
No,
So,
sign of nature.
Can I ask, why does Padawan Soy know about a twin? That information is specifically said is not in the Jedi database.
I know, isn't it great? They pay so much attention to their own stuff.
This just happened a couple of episodes ago. How can they not remember something that they wrote just 2 episodes?
I'm just
crazy.
altering Wikipedia now. Bear with
Uh,
me. What happened here?
I don't know. The fact they've all got obvious lightsaber wounds might suggest that they were attacked by a lightsaber.
He's great. I can't wait to get the action figure of this guy.
Will it come with a carton of soy?
Oh yes.
Even though I drink soy.
It's
Obvious.
yeah.
I'm a soy boy, everybody. Moving on.
Soy and flat tonic water. God.
fully posable action figure. Anyway, back to Green Roy Keane.
What did you see? It's better than this is your line. Swap's gone.
In a battle, one versus many. His power extraordinary.
Oh, go on then. Oh.
It's still Swapper.
Swapper's gone.
His skills erratic. His sole aim was to leave no survivors.
Oh god, here we go. Wing. No, go back.
Oh.
Wings rustling. I thought these didn't come out during the day, but
And that they were attracted to light, right? That was also the other thing, but there's nothing there for it to be attracted to. And if everyone was wondering, by the way, this is our introduction to the lightsaber whip, the brand new weapon they've invented specifically for this show.
It makes a very distinctive.
Used in some really incredibly impressive way that's really dramatic and makes it look awesome, like Darth Maul's reveal. But no, he uses it to twat a bug, and that's
I'm getting wet.
Yes, it makes.
Can't wait for the £300 Force FX version of that toy when it comes out, collector's edition.
Yeah. It does make a very distinctive noise, and obviously you won't appreciate this for the people who are not watching the show. So when she ignites it, it goes.
Now, can you just share my screen for one moment? It's a shot in between those two. Because
I'll do it. I tried my damnedest to get the correct slides as well, but I lost the will to live.
That is the dildoest lightsaber I've ever seen in my life.
God, that's horrendously bad. Yeah. Wow. That's that's get you in the Liam Neeson dong feels, that one, doesn't it?
She doesn't. Again, these Jedi are just ridiculous. She doesn't even attempt to calm or stop the creature with the Force at all. She just kills it straight away.
No, but remember, it's always an honor to see anyone or anything transformed into the Force.
Yeah, it's getting cut in half there, folks.
I forgot they said that line. That was fucking good.
The episode before she herself died. That was fun.
Lightsaber retracts.
Yeah, it was. I was watching a drinker's analysis of this episode earlier. I had to have some kind of palate cleanser after watching the show, and he was making the point that it's the most fucking impractical weapon imaginable, and it can, it can only really be used in this situation where there's hardly anyone else around, and you can flail it about because. In any other situation, it's just going to cause so much collateral damage.
Well, surely this isn't. Go on.
No, you
Come
go
on
on.
then.
No, you go on.
Surely this is an elegant weapon for a more civilized age.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones homage.
Kevo's got a question. Let's put this to our head of sexual inquiries, which is Z. Z, this is from Kevo.
Yes. Kevo in the chat says, it's okay if it's got a bit of a curve, right?
Yeah.
Is that okay, Z?
That's okay. Curves in
It's
all the
okay.
right places.
Okay. Anything up to 35 degrees is fine, Kevo. And that's it. That's the lightsaber. Are we going to see that? Oh, what was that?
A powerful Jedi is fallen.
Oh, it's our friend.
You don't
must
think Master Saul was responsible?
No, nobody thinks that. What a fucking weird suggestion. Why would he radio in his own murder charge? That's why is everyone so dumb?
Kippers, fill your boots on this one.
Who else would possess the power to slay such a strong group?
Oh yes, this fantastic. Something to tip the scales. Episode 1. See that for me, Platoon. That's clever writing. That's fucking spot on? Is that? I remember that from episode 1. Writers, superb.
No.
Yes,
No.
Oh, it is. Come on, it is.
No, it's not.
It
he
is.
He says this, they copy pasted a line. For all we know, they forgot she said it in episode 1 and they thought it was the first time.
No,
that's more likely.
No, they didn't. Who says this? Was this Usoppers? But do it anyway.
No, I think it's
Yeah. Is it?
But if he did this, why did he send us a distress signal?
Oh, there you go.
We should prepare the bodies for burial. They don't bury them, for fuck's sake. They set them on fire and burn them so they can't be cloned.
Breathes deeply.
Boosh McFadden, who's going to tell him? He says that green dude can't act for crap.
Well, that's a little bit rapey, isn't it?
Rapey, you said. I have no intention of harming you.
So has he just been sitting there waiting for her to wake up?
You perverted. Then let me go. I will. We need to find your mother. OSHA. But first, you are going to spill the bean.
Spill the
Cosby
that would have
bed.
been good.
Or was it? But first, you are going to pick the bean.
It's bullshit. You've already had the opportunity. You bumped into her in episode fucking 2. You had the opportunity to say anything you wanted to her in episode 2. You could have said anything you wanted to OSHA in episodes 1 through 4. It's just silly. Stop it.
Yeah,
just
they're
get on with
dangling
it.
the carrot again, and then it just cuts to the next scene, don't they?
You cut out the final line from OSHA where she says, "Master, why are there so many tissues on the floor?"
Why has my boots stuck to floor? Go on then.
That's not what you want.
£100, everybody. Black Series, Hasbro,
Fuck
available soon. £100.
Speaking of, there is one super chat that we haven't got to just yet. This was from Professor R2 earlier in reference, I think, to Smilo's lightsaber.
Professor R2 wrenched $2. They bought that thing off Saberforge.
It does look like
Brownie,
it. Actually, no, I think the Saberforce ones look better.
Brownie, you're getting a lot of love for your Asian accents. People saying it's almost as good as the Jamaican. So
Come on.
Yeah. Although lots of others
Mysterious
saying it's
music playing.
horribly racist, though. So
It's not. I hate everybody. Don't worry.
he hates them all equally, regardless of
Is she
who
touching
they
his helmet then?
Mm.
are. Just
Clank.
fingering it, I think. Yes. That's a good question. How does
Yeah.
Kevo get a wrench?
Kevo's been with us for quite a long. For quite a long time. I'll consider it, my friend.
Ooh, you're in the consideration pile, Kevo.
Yeah. As long as you behave, but you will. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, so she touches the helmet.
Foreboding music.
This
Playing.
is,
Come on.
I mean, this is the end of the fucking show here, folks. Really,
Come on, we can do this.
she picks the helmet up. Ooh.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. £100, everybody. Black Series. Hasbro, are you listening? I'll have one of them. Suspenseful music playing. Still the same facial expression. You notice that?
And now, well, it's all gone very dark, but that's because we're getting the
yeah. Amazing.
This kind of mirrors Revenge of the Sith when Vader's helmet went down, only a lot worse. Much, much, much worse.
And there we go.
Oh. Is that dog shit or is it me?
You think Kevo started something now. Nissan Dong wants to know, can he have a wrench too?
Wrenches are not handed out freely, but I'll consider.
We're gonna have. It'll be like the old days where we had more people on the panel than we had watching the stream, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna have a wrench.
But the wrenches are for the people who've been here a long time.
Endured us for
You give them out like jelly babies. What are you talking about?
I couldn't possibly comment.
We don't give them out like rolls to LGBT people in the Acolyte, you know. And that's it.
Oh,
thank
fuck.
Thank fuck
Mass
for that.
on. She does some Vader breathing, and it's a wrap.
Thank you, everybody.
Now,
Good night. See you next week.
Well, just before we go, Hanel M. Culpepper. I thought, well, there's a hell of a name, so I thought I'd give it a quick Google. Do you know where else she directed? Brown.
Oh no.
She directed Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, fuck off! Really?
Really? Yes.
Well, that explains a lot.
It does. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. There we go. Now, I've not seen it because I'm not a Trekkie, but I've not heard.
Was it badly directed? I don't know. Was it badly directed? Shit script. Was it badly directed? I don't know. Seemed relatively competent. I don't know.
Ooh, look at Brownie.
It doesn't matter if it was directed by Scorsese. It's still got the fucking script to deal with.
Okay. Well, look, we did a good job there, didn't we, Brown? We got this wrapped in under 2.5 hours. But we need to do, as always,
chat scores.
Chat. Get on the scores.
If you've seen it, get your scores out. I'll flick them up.
If you haven't seen it, give us a score anyway, based on what you've seen tonight. And we need final thoughts and scores from the panel. So let's kick us off with the Golden Reach Android. Z, thoughts and scores.
Every single week, I think that the next week's episode can't possibly be as bad as the one that preceded it. And I'm pleased to say that Leslie Headland subverted my expectations in what can only be described as the cornflakes of the television world. It was so bland and boring and sterile and poorly acted. I'm just going to give this a 1.
Oh, just a 1. Swappers, what did you make of this one?
Oh, it's just a big bag of nothing, really. wasn't particularly bad, but it was by no stretch good. And the very epitome of a filler episode. And I'm amazed that anyone managed to keep their focus on the screen for the entire half an hour. I'd give it a. I don't know.
You give it one.
I'd give it one. I'd give it one. For let me think. What would I give that one for? The location shooting. There you go. That's it.
That was all right, yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Brown, what did you make of it?
Just boring. Very, very, very difficult to do the slides. At one point I was considered just jacking it in completely.
Oh,
That's how bad it was.
don't
Not
go
with
make
2
it,
episodes
Keith,
to go.
Oh,
surely.
it was it's so horrendous. The main baddie, his acting's still good. He's all right. Just tedious. Just fucking tedious, folks. You want a mark, don't you?
Yeah, we're gonna need a mark.
I'm gonna give it 4.2222 recurring.
Really? Are you really going that high?
I still need somewhere to go.
Okay.
We've got 2 episodes,
Crazy.
haven't we?
You're dragging the average way up there. Okay, look, I'm not going to mess around with this. It was fucking dire. I mean, okay, we had Kung Fu Beaver, we had, the old fucking light whip, and some, pseudo sexual tension. It was dull. It was boring. It was a short episode, but it felt like it took forever. I'll give it 1 because we might have had the island of Acto, and it reminded me of The Last Jedi. But other than that, I can't really.
People have been. Have I come in too high with the marks? People have
I
been.
think absolutely you have, Brown.
Okay, I need a rethink then, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
four.
I'm gonna give 3.14.
Okay, that's better. Let's to bring us home. Let's go to the man himself, the ASMR number 1. It is Ploots. Take it away.
2, I think.
2.
Might have been 3 because when nothing happens, not too much goes wrong, except in this show where somehow when nothing happens, it still manages to go wrong. But in the context of the series as a whole, with only 2 episodes left and so much work it needs to do to finish its story, 2, that you can't afford to be wasting this time. $20-something million that would have cost on average. Astonishing waste of time. The slower it gets as well, the more I'm concerned we'll get to the end of the season and it will just be a teaser for season 2, which we'll probably get. So definitely 2 at most.
Oof.
Well, I think next episode's going to be a flashback for sure, because we've been told that Kalnaka's going to be seen using his lightsaber. So I imagine that next week will be a flashback, puts everything in context, and then they'll just wrap it up in a nice little bow at the end.
Yeah, you're probably right, Z, because kind of Sol set that up, didn't he, with the "I'll tell you everything" cue fucking flashback scene. One final question. We won't string this out. Don't worry, Brown. But people say you can't judge it until we've seen all of it. Well, fuck those people. Sorry to drop the F-bomb. I'm judging it right now. I'm right that this is undoubtedly the worst Disney product of any movie or any show. Can we say that?
I don't know. I was not enjoying Ahsoka at all.
You think this is better than Ahsoka?
Marginally, but it's a hair.
It's one of those hairs. It's quite significant.
It doesn't matter as much as the others, right? So like Obi-Wan matters more because there's people that you can actually piss off with that.
Yeah.
Even Ahsoka as well has a fan base going into it, which will be disappointed. There's more wasted potential than the others, but this one is just, I mean, it's so fucking pointless. It doesn't have an existing fan base. It's not destroying too much, with the exception of things like Ki-Adi-Mundi being alive when he shouldn't be. It's just, there's no point to it existing, and so there's no redeeming feature to it at all. It's just a pointlessly, bafflingly slow, it has all of the bad, worst qualities of every other show before it, without any of the redeeming things of, hey, I remember that guy. I'm not even having as much fun breaking it down as some of the others. I don't think it's even quite as funny as the others have been. It's just, it's a slog, even more than Boba Fett, and that was a real fucking slog.
Oldest Gamer said Obi-Wan, that was the biggest crime out of everything.
Yeah, I'll hold my round little hands up here. I could be falling foul of recency bias because now that you're reminded me of the absolute shite we sat through, yeah, it's tough, isn't it? But it's, yeah.
This is a nothing burger of a show, but Obi-Wan was the worst.
You know, this is a pure fanfic with an astronomical budget.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, we'll always have the singing lesbian witches.
Have we got this one super chat, and then we'll get out of here. Ran out of channel names, $5. Can't do your taxes between lines of dialogue like Athoka. Yeah. Is that it then?
I think that's it, Brown. We did it. We got the
Yay! Only 2 more to go.
2 to go.
Three-quarters
Whatever-
of the way through.
Whatever else are we going to do on Wednesday nights? We'll think of
Solo?
something,
Should we do
Brown.
solo?
I've been saying for a while we need to revisit Solo.
Can I just say, people in the chat, please do us a favour, folks. Press the thumbs up before you leave. Shows YouTube you like this or hate this. Either way, it's good for the algo.
If you report the channel as well, it puts it on YouTube's.
No, people will do that though.
it will help get him
People
the
will do
exposure
that.
he desperately needs. Joking, man, babies, don't do that. Okay.
Yeah, just please thumbs
Report.
up, folks, and leave a comment. Yeah, again, thumbs up and comments, very
And report.
important. You know, today spent 5 hours, 6 hours
Oh my
doing
God.
the slides, dying in between each one, and then obviously these guys who've turned up, generously donating their time for your entertainment. If you could press the thumbs up and leave a comment, we would love you forever, folks.
Well, Brown, there's really only one way we can sign out of this episode.
Bollocks.
No. We are going to recreate the Smilo Wren in the lagoon and the underwater fart noise.
Oh.
So if you take a deep breath, we'll all do it in unison, and then you can close this shit down. 3, 2, 1.